The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
Welcome everybody out to Pittsburgh High School as we get ready to watch the Girard Lady Trojans face off in a quadrangular against Fort Scott, Pittsburgh, and Columbus. As we get ready to go here, Girard will be playing their first game against Columbus, the first match of the day. And they hope to, keep their record better. They've had a good year so far. Ms. Jackson's very proud of her young ladies for obviously winning as many games as they have. They've only lost a few this year, and they hope to keep that record stout. I would like to let you guys know that Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crocan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. I would also like to tell you that our pregame show is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. So we're going to go to a quick break to start off here, but as we get back to the grape, we're going to go over the keys to the game. Ms. Jackson talked to me before the game about what her Trojans are going to have to do in order to keep their record and go 3-0 tonight. So we'll get to that right after these quick messages from a few sponsors.
Hey, Mama.
Now more than ever, Crocan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crocan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crocan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crocan.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Girard Medical Center is one of the area's best places to work. Are you a nurse? Does caring for patients on a more personal level sound appealing to you? Then you'll love our lower nurse-to-patient ratio. We also have positions open in other departments. Benefits include state employee health plan, 457 retirement plan with match, life insurance, paid time off, plus employee and family discounts on services. Best of all, your coworkers are like family. For more information, contact Greg Sullivan, Director of HR, or apply online at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. With a huge selection of Trojan gear, plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, trophies, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Learn more at wilbertawards.com or call 620-724-0341.
We are back live at Pittsburgh High School for the quadrangular matchup that the Girard Lady Trojans are taking place in today. As they continue their warm-ups, I would like to let you know that your keys to the game are brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with the stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right vehicle for their family. Stop by and see them at the intersection of Highway 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. So I talked to Mrs. Jackson before the game. I do have her in class, and I asked her what her keys to the game, what was her key to success tonight, and how are the Trojans going to prevail against these three other teams. And she said that she thinks they can get it done, and that really all they have to do is stay within their game. She said if they play like they do, if they play how they should, then they will be perfectly fine against each one of those teams. She said they have seen some success and some failure when they get outside of themselves. She said that really the main thing is hitting how they do, setting how they do, and passing how they do. And she said if they do those three things and they play the way they should, they will have a good night tonight. So those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Evans Motors. We'll take another quick break and get back here as the Lady Trojans continue to warm up. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Here at the Smith Agency, we love being part of our hometown, and we know it's the people who make our community great. That's why this year, we're on the search for our hometown hero. Hometown heroes are individuals who go above and beyond impacting people's lives. Hometown heroes are children, parents, seniors, they're leaders, and they're everywhere. Nominate your hometown hero, and at the last home game of the season, they'll be recognized with a $100 gift card to Heroes Barbecue. Contact our office and nominate your hero today.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Walnut, Hepler, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. With a huge selection of Trojan gear, plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, trophies, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Learn more at wilbertawards.com or call 620-724-0341.
We are back out here live at Pittsburgh High School as we get ready for the quadrangular matchup that the Girard Trojans face today, facing off against Fort Scott, Columbus, and Pittsburgh High. As we get to the end of our warm-ups here, just about a minute 50 left to go, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups, or just the lineups in general. The starting lineups are brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylists Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. The starting lineup for the Girard Trojans will have in the front row Leah McGowan, Maddie Kester, Emmeline Senekit, and moving in is Hayden Buckley and Rachel Bennett. In the back row players, they will have Sarah Goebel, Bailey Troike, as well as Riley Brooks coming off the bench and Ainsley Norton coming in to serve for Sarah Goebel. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. As we get going here, about a minute left of warm-ups, and the Trojans are starting to serve, and they are going to be the last ones here to serve, and they get going. I'd like to tell you that the opening serve is brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even classes from Larrett Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442 for more. We're going to take our last break here before the Girard Trojans face off against Fort Scott in their first match of the quadrangular. You'll be watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Coles carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Coles continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Coles Service, 620-724-4121. See more at colesservicellc.com.
once again. We are back out here live at Pittsburgh High School for the quadrangular matchup of the Girard Trojans volleyball team. They will be facing off in their first match against Fort Scott, but then for the rest of the matches, they will be facing off against Pittsburgh and Columbus. Girard has played Fort Scott a couple of times now. They played Fort Scott in the opening tournament, the Frontenac tournament. They also played them at, I believe it was Erie in the tournament there. And they went to Fort Scott last week and played a triangular against Fort Scott and Lewisburg. They have beaten Fort Scott in each of those matchups and hope to continue their undefeated record against them today as we get ready to go here for the very first match of the quadrangular. Bailey Troike going to come in as libero for Rachel Bennett. And that'll put Sarah Goebel, Bailey Troike, and Emmeline Syndicate to start off in the back row. And Maddie Kester, Leah McGowan, and Hayden Buckley in the front. Sarah Goebel going to start us off with the serve. Fort Scott going to set up their attack. And blocked down by Leah McGowan, but she's not going to be able to find a spot in the zone. Sarah Goebel sets it up to Leah, and it's going to miss the block and go right back over to Leah. She's going to try and hit it over. A good setup for Fort Scott. A good pass by Sarah. It's going to go all the way back to Fort Scott. Slammed down hard by Fort Scott, but a good job by Sarah once again to make a play on that ball. Sarah sets it up to Maddie Kester, who's going to get blocked at the mesh point. That's going to go straight to Sarah Goebel, and she's going to save it. Leah's going to pass it up to Maddie Kester, and going to try and find a hole in the zone. A good volley going back and forth right now, and it's going to end with a hard spike down by number 23 for Fort Scott. That'll give Fort Scott the possession of the serve. Number 10 for Fort Scott to serve here. Leah going to pass it to Sarah, who's going to set it up to Maddie. Maddie with a big hit, and it's going to go off the hands of number 5 for Fort Scott and into the bench of Fort Scott, and that'll give Girard their first points of the matchup. And that'll make it 1-1, and it'll bring Peyton Brooks in to serve. Peyton serves at number 5 for Fort Scott. They set it up, and an errant hit by number 23 will go right into the net, and it'll make the score 2-1. I also would like to tell you that because we are switching gyms back and forth, we decided to go for just a scoreboard look. That ball is going to go out of the back of the court, and it'll give Fort Scott the possession of serve once again. But I would like to say that Girard is currently your home team on your screen. Peyton going to try and pass it, but it's going to go off her hands, and Fort Scott's going to take a 3-2 lead. This will give them the ball back to serve. Number 14 for Fort Scott to serve it. Right at Bailey Troike, who passes it to Sarah Goebel. Sarah Goebel sets it up for Emmeline. And they're going to call a net infraction on Sarah Goebel. Looked like she might have stepped over the line accidentally. And that'll give Fort Scott the serve back. Peyton going to pass it to Sarah. He's going to set it up for Leah. Leah's going to slam it down, and it's going to find a hole in the zone. A good hit by Leah. Finds a hole in the zone and makes it 4-3. Girard coming back. And it'll give Leah McGowan the ball to serve. Leah serves it at number 5 for Fort Scott. They set up their attack, and they go for a tip. Sarah's going to pass it back to Peyton. She's going to set it up to Emmeline. Emmeline going to go for a little, find the zone. She's going to find it. Look for a little finesse play. Gets over the blocker's hands, and the back row unable to get to it. And our game is tied. I will say in the past matchups of Girard and Fort Scott, it has been close. A couple of them have went past 25 points. A good low serve by Leah McGowan. Looks like a topspin serve. Going to hit the net and barely fall down, and Fort Scott unable to get there. And Leah going to serve once again. 5-4, Girard leading. Another knuckleball curving serve. And Girard's going to get possession. Sarah sets it up to Hayden, who's going to hit it right at number 10 in the back row of Fort Scott. Leah going to pass it to Sarah. They're going to set up for Emmeline. Emmeline goes for a big hit, but it's going to get blocked. And Emmeline going for a hit again, but not going to get down. That ball's hit hard, and Girard's unable to dive and get there. And that'll make it 5-5. all square. And it'll give number 23 for Fort Scott, normally their big hitter, the serve. She hits a low serve at Bailey Troike. Sarah's going to have to pass it to Rachel. And that gets blocked, but a good job by Rachel to keep it alive. Emmeline going to go for the set over, but they're going to call it dead and say that someone got in the net. I'm not exactly sure who got in the net there. It didn't seem like anyone to me had gotten in the net, but whatever. Emmeline's going to spike it down hard, and it's going to get blocked off the hands of 15 and go way away from any Fort Scott player. And that will give Girard another point back. I think a point that they should have had in the first place. Either way, Ainsley Norton going to come in for Leah McGowan and serve. Right back to Rachel Bennett. She's going to spike it down. A good heads-up play by Rachel Bennett to see the pass coming straight back to her. And she answers herself, not taking any offense and just slamming it down, not giving Fort Scott the chance to respond. A good serve by Ainsley Norton, barely saved by Fort Scott. Bailey going to pass it to Ainsley. He's going to set it up for Rachel. Rachel with another hit hard. And it's going to find the back of the court and land in bounds. A good couple of hits by Rachel Bennett has given Girard an 8-6 lead. That'll give number 4, Ainsley Norton, another serve. Another good low serve by Ainsley. That ball's hit hard, and it looks like it was tipped. Yep, they're going to call tip. A couple of fans behind me are calling for the tip, and they're going to get what they wanted. Fort Scott's going to serve right at Emmeline. She's going to pass to Ainsley. Ainsley's going to set it back up for her. She's going to have to try and get it back in play. Unable to do so. Set went a little out of her reach. And the ball's going to go into the net, not going to make it over, and it's tied once again at Pittsburgh High. That serve going to go out of bounds, and Fort Scott's going to hand the serve back to Girard. It'll be Emmeline Senecott who will get the serve. Number 15, Emmeline Senecott, going to go with the serve at number 4 for Fort Scott. They set up their attack, and they go for a little fist hit, and it's going to be out of bounds, not tipped or anything. Going to run off the net, go out of bounds. A weird hit by Fort Scott, and it'll make it 10-8. Girard leading. Emmeline Senecott to serve once again. A weird hit by Fort Scott, but they're going to get it back over. Rachel Bennett going to pass to Ainsley. He's going to set it up for Sarah. Sarah with a good hit. Going to hit off the net, but they're going to say it was not blocked. And they're going to call 4 hits on them. And a back and forth match here so far, as each team is looking for any sort of momentum. And maybe that'll do it, as the serve goes straight into the net, does not make it over. And that'll give Bailey Troike for Girard the serve. She serves right at the middle, number 25, Fort Scott. They go for a quick set, but a good diving play by Emmeline Senecott to keep it alive, but to no avail because Sarah's hit's going to go out of bounds. And the attempt to get it over didn't quite have the right angle on it. That'll make it 11-10. Fort Scott with another chance to gain the momentum. They'll go with a jump serve straight at Bailey Troike, a hard serve. And it's going to set up for Leah. He's going to go for a tip over, but Fort Scott's there to make the play. And an awkward hit by 23 of Fort Scott goes off her fingertips. And they're unable to get there. And that'll tie it back up. Sarah going to pass to Ainsley. He's going to set it up for Emmeline. Emmeline, the back row, going to hit, gets blocked at the start by number 23. Ainsley going to set it up to Maddie this time. He tries to find a hole, and she's going to try and block it down, and Fort Scott's going to save it. A couple of back and forth plays there, and a good heads up play by Maddie Kessner in order to stop that ball and score a point. And that'll bring our first server up once again, Sarah Goebel, to serve. Fort Scott sets up the attack. It's going to go hard at Bailey Troike, and it's going to take an effort to get it back. Bailey Troike does, though, after a good couple plays by Emmeline and Bailey. And that ball's hit hard into the hands of Leah McGowan, and it's going to hit our referee. And it's going to give Fort Scott the serve back as they make a substitution, number 11 for number 25. And a ball from the Columbus-Pittsburgh game goes into our game. Number 10 for Fort Scott to serve. Bailey pass to Sarah is going to jump, set it up to Maddie. Not going to find the floor. And hit hard once again, and off Leah's hands once again. And the ball goes sailing into our other court on the other side. A back and forth start here, and it's going to give Fort Scott the lead once again. A short serve, but a good job by Emmeline to keep it alive. And Hayden Buckley hits it over. Blocked at the point by Maddie and Leah. And Miss Jackson's going to be forced to call a timeout as they start to take the advantage. And we will as well. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
We are back live at Pittsburgh High School for the quadrangular that the Girard Trojans are taking place in. They're facing off against Fort Scott right now, their first match of the day. And Fort Scott's going to get us started once again. Leah going to hit it over, but not going to find the ground. Hit hard by Fort Scott off of Leah's hands once again. They cannot get their blocks down right now, and Fort Scott is taking advantage of it. Number 10 for Fort Scott to serve once again. She's been serving for a while now, the longest out of probably anyone in this match so far. Sarah going to set it up to Maddie, who's going to get blocked at the start, and it's going to make it easier for Fort Scott to set up their attack. Sarah Goebel hits it over to Emmeline, who's going to try and find a hole, but does not. They're going to have to cut their losses to get it over. Sarah going to set it up for Hayden Buckley. Not going to find the court once again. And then Fort Scott sets up their attack. Sarah going to go for a quick hit, but it's not going to find the floor. A good job by Hayden Buckley to keep it alive. And a good job by Sarah to get that ball to Emmeline Seneca as she hits it over. To be hit hard once again, though. And Fort Scott going to take a 16-12 lead. Fort Scott going on a bit of a run. Girard needs a little bit of momentum or a little bit of anything to get them started. And maybe that'll do it as number 10 for Fort Scott ends her serve streak and brings Peyton Brooks in to serve for Girard. Girard trailing by 3 now in an intense matchup against Fort Scott. Peyton with a good serve. It's going to hit right back. She passes it to Sarah Goebel. And hit hard by Emmeline, but a good save by the Fort Scott back row. A good pass to Sarah. Set up to Emmeline once again. She goes for a hard hit in the back corner. A good hit in the back corner will give Girard their 14th point and hopefully a little bit of juice of momentum. Emmeline choosing to go with a line hit, and it succeeds. Peyton with a high floaty serve. And they're going to say that Girard was in the net once again. It maybe looked like the hitter for Fort Scott had touched the top of the net, but they're going to call it on Hayden Buckley. And I'm going to say that ball doesn't lie. And Girard will get the serve back. It'll make it 17-15, and Leah McGowan going to get the ball to serve. Number 5, Leah McGowan serves it over at number 5 for Fort Scott. It's set up to number 5, and then she's going to go for a little tip, and no one's there to get the ball. And that'll make it 18-15. Fort Scott taking a 3-point lead, and both teams throwing punches back and forth, but neither taking a huge lead. Fort Scott serves. Emmeline passes it up awkwardly. She's just going to have to... A good job, maybe saved. She just had to cut her losses and hit it over, and it's going to find a hole in the defense regardless. And Girard will cut the lead of Fort Scott down to 2. It'll also bring Ainsley Norton in for Hayden Buckley to serve. Ainsley Norton serves. A low knuckleball serve. It was blocked at the point by, it looked like Rachel Bennett. But no one's there to recover for Girard, and it'll give the 3-point lead back to Fort Scott. Once again, going back and forth. A short serve here by Fort Scott. Ainsley's going to go for a tip. It's not going to work. Hit hard at Peyton Brooks, but a good job by her to keep the ball alive. But they're going to call a net infraction again. Girard can't stay out of the net right now. And Fort Scott's going to try and seize on this opportunity. Ainsley passes it to Sarah Goebel. She's going to try and find a line, does not. Set up once again to Emmeline. Then again, she's going to slam it down hard this time with force. And it's going to find the court. And Emmeline with the big hit a few seconds ago is going to get the ball to serve. Serves it right at number 4 for Fort Scott, and they set up their attack. Slam down hard. It's going to ride the net for a little bit and fall. 21-17. Fort Scott leads. Girard needs something, anything, any sort of hope or heartbeat to hold on here as they trail against Fort Scott. A low serve, a good job by Bailey to keep it alive, but out of Ainsley Norton's reach, and she'll be diving for it and unable to get there. And Miss Jackson's going to have to call a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
We are back live at Pittsburgh High School. I am Daryl McLeod as we get ready for Fort Scott to serve as they lead 22-17 in this first match of the Quadrangular. A high pass by Maddie Kessler going to go into the bleachers. Maybe it looked like it was going out of bounds. Had to make a quick choice, and it's going to be an ace for Fort Scott as they take a now commanding 6-point lead. Number 5 for Fort Scott serves once again. This ball, a good choice by Bailey Troike to let that one go out of bounds. And it'll give Girard a little bit of hope as they cut the lead down to 5. Bailey Troike making the decision, going to also get to serve. Fort Scott sets up their attack. And blocked at the point by Leah McGowan and Sarah Goebel. And it's going to get right past their hands, and no one's going to be able to recover for them. And that'll make it 24-18. Fort Scott needing only 1 point to win it. Girard needing a miracle to come back. Emmeline going to pass to Ainsley Norton. Going to set it up for Leah. Leah going to go for a big hit. It's going to get blocked and saved by Fort Scott. She's going to go for a tip play. It's not going to work. And it'll be set up for Maddie Kester. And that ball's going to get tipped at the start too. And a little bit of a face off. Wow. Wow. What a call made. A game-deciding call made by the referee. He's going to call Leah McGowan in the net. And it's going to give the win to Fort Scott in the first set. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust.
Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
We are back live at Pittsburgh High School for the Quadrangular as the Girard Trojans face off against the Fort Scott Tigers. Losing the first set in a heartbreaker, a couple of mistakes, couple of net infractions, and now we're here down 1-0 in the sets with Fort Scott to serve. Number 10 Fort Scott serves. Bailey Chorkey going to pass it to Sarah Goebel. He's going to go for a tip. It's going to get blocked, though. And Maddie Kessler going to do a good job of riding the net. And that ball is going to find a hole in the zone. And that'll make it 1-0. Peyton Brooks going to come in for Maddie Kessler, who just made that play. She'll serve it at the middle of the back row of Fort Scott. A floater hit. A good pass and a good set. Hayden Buckley going to go and spike it down, and it's going to go off the hands of number 11 of Fort Scott. And it'll give Girard a 2-0 lead. That'll bring Peyton Brooks back up to serve. She serves at the left side of the back row this time. They go for a tip over, and it's going to get blocked down by Leah. Not in the net this time. And a good job by her, and it'll give Girard a 3-point lead. Peyton Brooks to serve once again, but this serve going to go in the net. It'll make it 3-1. That'll bring 14 for Fort Scott up to serve. Serves it right at Bailey Troike, who's going to pass to Sarah, sets it up for Emmeline. Emmeline spikes it down hard off of number 14. Trying to hit that ball, or maybe trying to get out of the way after the speed of that hit. A good hit by Emmeline will make it 4-1. And it'll bring Leah McGowan to serve. Fort Scott sets up their attack, and it hit way out of bounds. And Girard takes a quick 5-1 lead. And that'll give Leah McGowan the serve once again. Number 5, Leah McGowan serves at number 5 for Fort Scott. And it gets blocked at the point by Rachel Bennett, but Fort Scott's going to do a good job to keep that ball alive. Sarah Goebel going to set up for Emmeline. Emmeline going to go for a tip this time. Not going to find the floor. And that ball's going to get hit out of bounds off the Fort Scott attack. A more calculated approach so far by the Trojans, and Fort Scott's going to be forced to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care.
We're back live at Pittsburgh High School as they're going to get right into the action. Liam McGowan's going to serve it at number 5 for Fort Scott. Peyton Brooks going to hit it to Sarah, who's going to pass it over to Emmeline. She's going to have to cut her losses and get it over. Fort Scott sets up their attack, and it's hit hard at Peyton, but a good job by her to keep it alive. It's set up this time for Emmeline. She's going to try and find the back corner. It's going to go off the hand of number 14. A good job by Emmeline Syndicate to score Girard their 7th point of the match. Girard with a 6-point lead, their largest lead of the day so far. Leah McGowan to serve at the middle of the back row this time. And it's blocked down by Rachel Bennett. That ball's going to go in the net. And Girard going to score their 8th point, taking a commanding lead to start off in the second set of the Fort Scott-Girard match. After losing the first set, Girard coming back with a bit of force and power, trying to show that they are worthy of being here. And they're going to call another net infraction against Girard. Miss Jackson in the huddle, maybe going to say, stay out of the net. That'd be my advice right now. He's going to pass this here. He's going to set it up for Emmeline. Emmeline going to hit in the middle. It's going to hit the net and bounce back to her side. And a little bit of frustration from Coach Jackson. As Girard. Oh. My apologies. It looks like Girard got the point there. I'm not sure what happened. But hey, I'll take it whenever I can. Blocked at the point by Rachel Bennett. Ainsley Norton sets it up for Emmeline. Emmeline's going to hit it hard and going to find the sideline. A good hit by Emmeline. Going to get once again to make it 10-2. Girard not missing a step so far as they take an 8-point lead. Ainsley Norton to serve. Oh! Spiked down hard by Rachel Bennett. A hard hit from the middle hitter, Rachel Bennett. The pass from Fort Scott goes straight back to her, and she slams it down with force, saying that I'm going to score the 11th point. No one else will. Ainsley Norton serves it, and Emmeline going to try and do the same. Not going to quite find the floor. Going to go for the same thing, and it's going to roll down the Fort Scott side, and Fort Scott going to be forced to call another timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
We are back live at Pittsburgh High School. Girard Trojans taking a quick 12-2 lead off the timeout of Fort Scott. Ainsley Norton going to serve. Blocked, and a good job by Ainsley to keep it alive, but they're unable to keep that ball alive as it goes a little bit short off her hands off the diving attempt. And it's going to give Fort Scott the serve back. Number 25 for Fort Scott to serve. Emmeline going to pass to Ainsley, who's going to set it up to Emmeline. And that's going to go off the hand of the blocker, out of the reach of the libero of Fort Scott. And Girard going to score the 13th point of the match. A powerful start by the Girard Trojans. And it'll give Emmeline Senekit the serve. Emmeline serves at the middle of the back row. A bad hit by the back row. And the setter for Fort Scott unable to get there in time. And Girard going to score a free point off of Fort Scott. Number 15, Emmeline Senekit to serve once again. Serves at the back row. And it's going to be hit by Fort Scott. Ainsley Norton thought it was going out of bounds, but not going to quite make it. And that'll give Fort Scott the ball back. Number 5 for Fort Scott to serve. Ainsley Norton going to keep that ball alive, and a good hit by Rachel Bennett. Not going to quite find the floor, though. Hit hard at Emmeline, but she saves it. Ainsley Norton sets it up for Maddie Kessler. Another good hit. Fort Scott rallying back right now, but it's not going to matter because that ball's going to go out of bounds, and Girard's going to score their 15th point and take an 11-point lead. Bailey Troike to serve. Fort Scott sets up their attack, and it's blocked down. Fort Scott going to try and keep it alive, though, and they do. Ainsley going to set it up, a quick set to Leah, but she's going to try and tip it over. Emmeline going to pass to Ainsley. He's going to set it up for Maddie. Maddie going to go for a line hit. Not going to work. Fort Scott sets up their attack. That ball's going to go into the net. And I think it might have been a forehit, but either way, they're not going to be able to get to it. And Girard going to score their 16th point. Girard with a 12-point lead in the second set after losing by as many as 5 in the first. This one's hit down hard by Fort Scott, though, and they're looking to maybe take some momentum off of that, as it is 16-5. Fort Scott trailing Girard. Number 15 for Fort Scott to serve. Right at number 15 in Girard, Emmeline. And that hit by Leah going to go into the net. And it'll give Girard the ball back as Fort Scott cuts the lead down to 10. Number 15 for Fort Scott to serve this time. A good low serve, but Bailey's able to dig it. Fort Scott sets up their attack, and an attempt by number 23 to hit that ball down. A little swing hit is looked like what they were trying to set up there, but it's not going to work out, and that ball's going to go in the net. It's going to give Sarah Goebel the chance to serve. She goes right at number 25 of Fort Scott. It's going to go Aaron off her hands, and that'll be an ace for number 11, Sarah Goebel. Sarah Goebel to serve once again. Going to attack the exact same person, and a smart move as she's unable to get there. Another ace for Sarah Goebel as she's attacking number 25 on the left side of the back row for Fort Scott. We have a ball coming right at us. That's going to go into the Fort Scott Girard game. Going to hold us on pause a little bit. That ball is coming straight for my face. I barely saw it. Sarah Goebel going to attack once again this left side, but they're going to work this time, and that's hit hard at Emmeline. A good job by Emmeline to even save that. She's maybe shrugging off a little bit, saying, yeah, that ball was hit hard. I would not want to be the receiver of that hit as Fort Scott gets the serve back. Emmeline a little bit easier time passing this one. Hayden Buckley going to try and save it, but it's not going to work. That'll make it 19-8. And it'll give Fort Scott the serve back. Bailey Troike to Sarah Goebel to Leah McGowan, but she's not going to find a spot in the court. That ball's hit hard at Bailey. A good job by her to keep it alive. Maddie Kessler going to go for the hit. It's going to get blocked, but Girard saves it. Hayden going to go for a little tip shot. It's going to go off the hand of the blocker and find a spot on the court. And Girard going to start pulling away here, hopefully, as it is now 20-8. And it'll bring Peyton Brooks in for Maddie Kester to serve. Peyton Brooks, number 10 for Girard Trojans. Serves at this left side. Fort Scott sets up their attack. Hit hard but blocked by Leah McGowan. Maybe a little bit of shock on her face. Looked like she was surprised that block went so well. Maybe hurt her hand a little bit too, as that ball was hit hard. So hard that the Fort Scott players were unable to react as it bounces off the hand of Leah McGowan. Peyton to serve once again as a 21-8 lead takes shape. Emmeline Seneca unable to make a play on the ball. She gets kind of caught mid-jump. And Fort Scott will get to serve once again. 21-9, the Trojans lead it. Emmeline going for a tip shot, not going to work. Set at Peyton Brooks, and they're going to get a net infraction once again. The Girard Trojans are like fish to a net right now. They just can't stay out of it. They're trying to, but it's just not working. Bailey going to pass to Sarah Goebel's going to send it over to Emmeline. Emmeline going to go for a big hit, but it's not going to work. Gets blocked. That'll make it 21-11. The lead cut down to just 10 for Girard. Number 14 for Fort Scott to serve. Bailey Troike passes to Sarah Goebel, who sets it up for Leah. Leah going for the big hit this time, but it's going to go out of bounds, and there will be no tip on that either. It'll make it 21-12. The lead cut down to the below double digits. Maybe the first time in a while that we've seen that. Set up to Emmeline this time. She's going to go for the big hit. It's going to get blocked and go out of bounds. That'll give Girard, their 22nd point, retaining that double-digit lead that they had lost just moments ago. Liam McGowan to serve. Fort Scott sets up their attack. Sarah going to go for the quick hit, not going to quite get it. And that ball is going to find a spot in the zone. Going to find a little bit of a hole in the Girard defense. And it's going to give Fort Scott their 13th point. Girard needing just 3 points to close out this match. Sarah sets it up to M-Line. M-Line going to hit into the net. And it'll make it 22-14. An 8-point lead that Girard holds right now. M-Line passes to Sarah. Sarah sets it up to Rachel. Rachel going to go for the back corner. It's going to barely be saved by Fort Scott. But the save is going to go way out of bounds at the line judge on the other court. And Girard going to get their 23rd point. Looked like maybe Fort Scott had a little bit of momentum, but it stopped dead in its tracks after that save attempt goes out of bounds. Ainsley Norton comes in to serve. Knuckleball serve right at the libero, goes straight up, and they're unable to get that ball over as a couple of bad passes leads to a ball in the net. That'll make it 24-14. Girard gonna need just 1 point to close this out. If they end up losing this, I'll shave my head. I'm kidding. I don't want to make that bet. Especially now that Fort Scott's only trailing by 9. Fort Scott is gonna need to serve out here though. And it'll bring number 25 for Fort Scott to serve. She'll need to serve a total of 11 times, I believe, in order to win this match. Ainsley sets it up for Sarah. Sarah going to go for the tip. And they're going to call an underneath the net infraction, which I'm not sure I saw that. But hey, I guess I don't see a lot of things. 25 for Fort Scott serves once again. Emlyn going to pass it to Ainsley. Ainsley going to go for a tip, not going to get it over. That ball's hit way out of bounds, and that'll give the Girard Trojans the win. I won't have to shave my head as they go into the third set. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
We are back live at Pittsburgh High School as the Girard Trojans win the second set against Fort Scott. And it'll go to a third set here. Fort Scott won the first set by what I believe was 5 or 6 points. I'm not quite sure. And Girard won the second set by a large portion, a very, very, very large portion, taking the lead early in that game, showing their dominance against Fort Scott. Were able to take the lead quick. Took a quick 5-point lead, I believe, and just ran with it from there, getting to a lead of as many as 12 at one point. And that'll bring us to a third set as the coaches talk it over with their team. Fort Scott maybe talking about bettering their hitting and passing as Girard's kind of taking advantage of that first pass. And Miss Jackson probably talking about staying out of the net and maybe not hitting into the net as well. Girard and Fort Scott, a couple of convincing wins over each other. Going to a third set, and you can expect a great matchup as both teams are going to try and scratch and claw and do anything they can to win this game. Girard will get to serve to start off the third set. It'll looks like Sarah Goebel's going to get to start us off. And here we go for the third set. She attacks the left side, not going to work. That one's hit hard at Bailey Choiky. Fort Scott going to take a quick first point against Girard. That ball hit very hard at Bailey Choiky. Unable to get underneath it. Now I'll give number 10 for Fort Scott the serve. Serve right at Bailey Choiky. He's going to set it up for Maddie Kester, who's going to slam it down hard, but a good job by Fort Scott to keep it alive. She's going to go for the back corner, but a good diving play by Bailey Choiky to keep it alive. Fort Scott sets it up. This time Bailey Choiky with an easier pass. Set up for Maddie Kester, who's going to have a big hit. And Emmeline going to try and keep that alive, but to no avail. As Fort Scott scores their second point. Number 10, Fort Scott to serve once again. Bailey Choiky serves to Sarah. He's going to set up for Leah. Leah going to go for a big hit, but that ball with absolutely no chance of getting past number 23 for Fort Scott as it's blocked straight down. Nobody had a chance to get to that one. And Fort Scott takes a quick 3-0 lead. Girard on their heels right now, hoping to get a little bit of momentum. That ball's going to ride the net for a long time, and it's going to fall luckily on the Fort Scott side of the court. Sometimes luck is better than skill, as that hit comes from a little bit out of bounds and just rides the net for maybe 3 whole seconds and finally finds a spot on the court. Peyton Brooks to serve this time as she subs in for Maddie Kester. Bailey passes it to Sarah, who sets it up for Emmeline. Emmeline go for the big hit, but it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to call out of bounds on this backside of the court, unable to find the corner. And Fort Scott going to get the serve back. Number 14 for Fort Scott to serve. Bailey passes to Sarah, who sets it up to Leah. Leah goes for the big hit. It's going to get tipped at the start. That's going to be a little bit of a floater shot. Set up to Hayden Buckley this time. Fort Scott going to set up their attack. And it's not going to work as the back row tries to punch it over, and it's going to go right into the net. That'll give Leah McGowan the serve. And it'll make our score 2-4. Trojans trail. Leah McGowan serves at number 5 for Fort Scott. That ball's hit hard at Leah, but she does a good job of hitting it towards Sarah. Emmeline going to go for a tip, but not going to work. Peyton passes it over to Emmeline. She's going to try for the little quick shot over to the corner. They're going to go for a quick tip, and it's not going to work. Rachel Bennett with a good hit over. Fort Scott going to have to scramble to get this ball alive. Rachel passes to Sarah, who sets it up to Emmeline. Emmeline with a little bit of a tip shot. Not going to work, as Fort Scott player is going to dive and hit the ball right into her teammate. That'll cut the lead down to 1 as Girard tries to manage their way back into the game. Also give number 5, Leah McGowan, the serve as she serves it. Sarah Goebel sets it over to Emmeline, who's not going to hit over. And that'll give number 23 for Fort Scott the serve. A good serve at Peyton. Served up by Sarah. Emmeline with a big hit, but it's going to get tipped at the start. Fort Scott going to try and make an acrobatic play to get that one over, but it's going to go straight into the net and fall down. And that'll give Girard a 1-point deficit after going back and forth with Fort Scott. Ainsley Norton comes in to serve, attacks the right side of the court. Ainsley passes it to Sarah, who sets it up to Emmeline. Emmeline gonna have to go for a little bit of a weaker shot. They're gonna try and whack it over, but it's gonna go out of bounds and onto the other court. And that'll tie our game up. Make it all square as Ainsley Norton gets the serve. Fort Scott attacks. Peyton gonna pass it to Ainsley this time. He's gonna set it up to Rachel Bennett. Rachel Bennett with a great hit. Gonna go off the top of the net and fall. And gonna give Girard their 6th point and their first lead of the matchup. Girard with their first lead of the 3rd set as Ainsley Norton serves, attacking the right side. Ainsley Norton's gonna pass it And a little bit of miscommunication, but they're still able to get the ball over regardless. That ball's going to get blocked down by Fort Scott, and that'll tie our game back up. This third set, like I said, going to be a good one as both teams are going to scratch and claw and fight to win. And that is shown so far as the game is tied with 12 points scored. Set up for Emline. Emline going to spike it down hard. And is going to give that 1 point lead back to Girard. The team's throwing punches right now, and Emline throws a big swing of her own. And that'll make it 7-6. Number 15, Emline Senekit to serve now. Attacks the right side. And Fort Scott going to go for a big hit, but it's going to fly out of bounds as well. And that gives Girard their first 2 point lead of this third set. It'll also give the ball back to Emline Senekit to serve. Emline serves a good low serve. They have to dive just to get to it. A good block by Rachel Bennett. And they're going to barely save that ball. But it's not going to matter because Sarah, with a calculated play, is going to go for the corner of the court, and they're unable to get there. And Fort Scott's going to have to call a timeout after that. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Walnut, Hepler, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We're back here quick live as Girard gets out of the timeout first, and Fort Scott not needing to talk for much longer either. That ball's hit hard, and a good job by Emmeline to keep it alive. It's going to be set up for Maddie Kester, and that ball's going to ride the net once again and going to find a spot on the court. A good job by the Trojans to keep the ball alive in the first place. A diving attempt by Emmeline Senekit, and then a good couple passes leads to Maddie Kester slamming that ball and it riding the net and falling down and giving Girard their 10th point and a 4 point lead. Emmeline Senekit with a good low serve. It's going to get tipped over. Bailey Troika with a good job to get to it, but not enough power behind it, and the other players surrounding her are unable to get to it as well. That'll give the ball to number 5 of Fort Scott to serve. Bailey pass to Ainsley, who sets it up for Maddie. Maddie with a good hit. And Fort Scott unable to get underneath it. It'll give Girard their 11th point, make it 11-7. It'll give the ball to number 1, Bailey Troike, the libero for Girard to serve. Fort Scott sets up their attack. And it's hit hard but blocked by Leah McGowan. Fort Scott's going to keep it alive though, but not for much longer as it goes to the net, but a good save by Emmeline Senekit. And they're going to call a lift on Girard. Stops that volley dead in its tracks as they call a lift. A couple of mistakes by both teams to start us off. Emmeline going to go for a hit. Going to go a little bit sideways off her hand. It's going to go out of bounds on our side of the court. It'll give Fort Scott their 9th point of the match. Number 15 for Fort Scott to serve. Bailey going to pass to Ainsley. He's going to set it up for Maddie. Maddie slams it down hard. A good hit by the freshman Maddie Kester. It's going to find the corner of the court, and she'll score Girard their 12th point. Number 12, Maddie Kester, scoring the 12th point of the third set and gives Girard a 3 point lead as they look to take away this game. Sarah Goebel to serve. Attacks that left side. Bailey gonna dive to get to it, but is unable. And that makes it 12-10. A much closer game than the last set was. But still, Girard with the lead and looking to take it away. Fort Scott to serve, a low serve. Leah able to get to it. Emmeline gonna set it over. That ball's hit hard but blocked. And it's gonna go sideways off the block and find the Girard portion of the court. And that'll give the serve back to Fort Scott as they cut the lead down to just one. Fort Scott serves at Emmeline. That's set up for Maddie. And that ball's going to ride the net, and they're barely able to get it over, but they do. Sarah sets it up for Leah. A little bit of miscommunication, and she has to go sideways just to get the ball alive. That ball's poked over. And Sarah going to go for a quick tip, and a couple of Fort Scott players collide. And they're going to call underneath the net. I'm not sure who they called it on. Our judge up top here is very eager to call under the net or in the net or anything against Girard right now. But that'll tie the game up, and ball does not lie, and it'll give the 1-point lead back to Girard. Also bring Peyton Brooks in for Maddie Kester. And Peyton Brooks will get the ball, and she will serve. Serves it at number 5 for Fort Scott. That ball's poked over. A good hit by Fort Scott. It's going to go where the Girard players aren't. And they're going to keep this ball game tied. A back and forth match so far. As Fort Scott serves it at Bailey Troike. And that ball hit right back down. And Miss Jackson's going to try and stop this momentum and take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with her. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
We're back live at Pittsburgh High as Girard Trojan Volleyball is facing off against Fort Scott. That ball's hit at Emmeline, who's going to pass it. Sarah set it back up for Emmeline. That ball's blocked. And it's going to get poked back over and go out of bounds. And that'll extend the Fort Scott lead, taking the lead back that they lost just a few moments ago. Emmeline going to pass to Sarah, who sets it up for Leah. Leah going to spike this one down, and no Fort Scott player's going to get to that one, and no one was under the net, thankfully, this time. And that'll make it 15-14, a 1-point lead for Fort Scott. Girard trying to claw back into it. Leah to serve. Fort Scott sets up their attack, and it's blocked at the point by Rachel Bennett, but not going to make it back over. That'll give a 2-point lead back to Fort Scott. Girard needs to keep this game close and make sure it doesn't get away from them like that first set did. Number 23 for Fort Scott serves. Going to nick the net but stay alive. Emmeline going to pass it to Bailey, who's going to set it over, go for the corner, but not going to find it. And that'll give the ball right back to number 23. That'll make it a 3-point lead for Fort Scott. One of their largest of the matches of this third set. Bailey to pass to Sarah. She goes for a tip, and that ball's going to get tipped. They're going to call a net infraction finally on Fort Scott. Number 5 of Fort Scott is going to be the one. Yeah, they're going to call it a number 5 of Fort Scott, and number 25 is going to sub in for number 1 for Fort Scott as well. Ainsley sets it at the libero. That ball hit awkwardly off the side of her hand. The Girard players weren't really expecting it. Now it'll give the 3-point lead back to Fort Scott. Girard following behind here, needing any sort of momentum to take this game back over. Bailey gonna dive for it, not gonna get there. That'll make it a 4-point lead for Girard. And Miss Jackson's gonna have to take a timeout and talk to her Lady Trojans. Calm their nerves a little bit, give them a little bit of a break, and hopefully stop the momentum that the Fort Scott Tigers have now built up. The Girard Lady Trojans lost to Fort Scott in the first set by 5 or 6 points. Came back in the next set with a little bit of power and maybe a little bit of revenge on their mind, winning the set by as many as 10 to 12 points. And now they're here in the third set, trailing by 4, as Miss Jackson has to use a timeout just to calm her ladies' nerves. And Fort Scott will have the ball to serve after this timeout. Hopefully the timeout worked as Fort Scott serves it. Ainsley going to set it up to Emmeline. He's going to spike it down hard. And a little bit of mixed calls. And they're going to end up calling it out. That'll make it 20 to 15 after the line judge changes her mind on the call. 20 to 15. Lady Trojans trailing by 5. Rachel going to hit this one hard, but it's going to get blocked. And they're going to do a good job to keep it alive and set it over. That ball hit way out of bounds. Almost hits Miss Jackson as she was sending a ball back to the other court. That'll make it 20 to 16. Girard needing anything here. Hopefully trying to cut this lead down just a little bit as Emmeline Seneca comes up to serve. Serves at the right side. Fort Scott sets up their attack. That ball's hit hard, never going to make it over the net. And that'll cut the lead down to just 3. That'll give the ball back to number 15, Emmeline Seneca, as we approach the last stretch of this game. It's at the right side. That ball hit hard, but a good job by Ainsley Norton to get underneath it. Emmeline going to hit it over. That ball set up for Fort Scott again. Another good hit and another good save by Ainsley Norton. This one's set up for Sarah Goebel. She's not going to get a powerful hit behind it. Another hard hit, tipped at the start. They're unable to get to it. That'll make it 21-17. A good timeout by Miss Jackson gets Girard back in the game. Cuts the lead down to 3, but they give it right back to Fort Scott with nothing more to show. Fort Scott serves, a good serve. Saved by Bailey and hit to Maddie, and they're going to say that it did not get blocked or anything. They're going to call 4 hits on Girard. That'll make it 22 to 17. The Lady Trojans trail by 5. This is where grit and the want to win come in. Ainsley sets up to Rachel, or it goes over the net. That ball weirdly hit. Bailey going to do a good job just to keep it alive. A little bit of back and forth here, as both sides are barely able to get it over the net. Sarah going to try and set it in the corner, and she's going to find it. It's going to be called out. She's not going to be able to find the sideline of the court. An interesting call. It looked like it was tipped. Maybe the line judge is even unsure. I think she's lying for her team here. I'm kidding. I don't think that. But it'll make it 23-17. And ball never lies, and that ball's going to go out of bounds. 23 to 18. It looked like that ball was either tipped or hit the line. I couldn't tell because the line judge standing right in front of me. But nevertheless, Bailey Troike going to serve. Fort Scott going to get the ball over. Bailey going to pass it to Ainsley, who sets it up for Leah. A little quick hit by Leah. And that's going to get tipped around. And Girard clawing back into this. Cuts the lead down to 4. Girard needs to get all the way back to this game. Can't afford to give Fort Scott any points. Fort Scott sets up their attack, and it's hit hard. Emmeline going to set it to Ainsley, who's going to try and tip it over. It's not going to work. Fort Scott going to have to scramble to get this one back in, and it's not going to. And Girard will cut the lead down to 3 and need to keep building on this momentum they have now built. Bailey Troike to serve, but Fort Scott's going to take a timeout before. Fort Scott having to take a timeout. A little bit of tactic by the coach, hopefully going to stop any momentum the Trojans have in their tracks. But Miss Jackson's going to talk to her Lady Trojans and try and savor the moment. The Girard Trojans trailing by 3 in the third set. This is do or die for them. They have to win it here or they don't win at all. Girard Trojans coming back out onto the court. And it'll give the ball back to Bailey Troike to serve. Both coaches using their timeouts strategy to try and win this game. Bailey Troike serves it. Fort Scott sets up their attack. A hard hit. Going to try and be saved by Sarah Goebel. It's going to go off her fingers. And she's not able to make a play on it. That'll give the ball back to Fort Scott. A crushing point by Fort Scott. Girard still with life, though. Bailey going to pass to Ainsley, who's going to set it up for Leah. Leah going to go for a hit, but it's going to get blocked down. Good job to keep it alive. And that ball going to get blocked down hard by Fort Scott. And that will end the match as Girard loses in the third set, 25-20. They got down early, clawed back for a little bit, were able to take a lead of as much as 3. But after that, it was all Fort Scott Tigers as they were able to close out this match, winning by 5. And will take what I believe is their first win against Girard this season. A crushing loss for Girard, as it looked like they had a chance to win this. Miss Jackson's going to talk to her Lady Trojans, and we'll take a quick break. The next match will be live as soon as our match across the courts gets done. So we'll take a quick break. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center Clinics and Express Care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed. Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
The place to be before or after the game is Heroes Barbecue. Come and experience Jim and Tammy Jarvis's family-friendly atmosphere and, of course, that mouth-watering barbecue. Heroes is the place for that great grill food you love, a kids menu, and daily specials, including those delicious ribs. Heroes is open for lunch and dinner Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and in the evenings on Fridays and Saturdays. Of course, stop by all day on Sunday. Be sure to like Heroes Barbecue and Catering on Facebook. Stop by and see them at 820 South Summit in Girard and see what all the fuss is about at Heroes Barbecue.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings, leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do-it-yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Here at the Smith Agency, we love being part of our hometown, and we know it's the people who make our community great. That's why this year, we're on the search for our hometown hero. Hometown heroes are individuals who go above and beyond impacting people's lives. Hometown heroes are children, parents, seniors, they're leaders, and they're everywhere. Nominate your hometown hero, and at the last home game of the season, they'll be recognized with a $100 gift card to Heroes Barbecue. Contact our office and nominate your hero today.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed. Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
The place to be before or after the game is Heroes Barbecue. Come and experience Jim and Tammy Jarvis's family-friendly atmosphere and, of course, that mouth-watering barbecue. Heroes is the place for that great grill food you love, a kids menu, and daily specials, including those delicious ribs. Heroes is open for lunch and dinner Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and in the evenings on Fridays and Saturdays. Of course, stop by all day on Sunday. Be sure to like Heroes Barbecue and Catering on Facebook. Stop by and see them at 820 South Summit in Girard and see what all the fuss is about at Heroes Barbecue.
Hey, Mama. Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
Family owned and operated, G & Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G & Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G & Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Walnut, Hepler, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Here at the Smith Agency, we love being part of our hometown, and we know it's the people who make our community great. That's why this year, we're on the search for our hometown hero. Hometown heroes are individuals who go above and beyond impacting people's lives. Hometown heroes are children, parents, seniors, they're leaders, and they're everywhere. Nominate your hometown hero, and at the last home game of the season, they'll be recognized with a $100 gift card to Heroes Barbecue. Contact our office and nominate your hero today.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
Family-owned and operated, G&B Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&B Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&B Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. With a huge selection of Trojan gear, plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, trophies, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Learn more at wilbertawards.com or call 620-724-0341.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh High School. I'm Daryl McLeod for Girard Sports Live. The Girard Trojans lost their first match of the day against the Fort Scott Tigers in 3 sets. They lost the first set of the match by 5-ish points, and then would go on to win the second set with a little bit of taste of revenge in their mouth, and would win it by 10 points. And then the third set would not go their way, and they would lose 25-20. And then we went to an extended little commercial break there because the match across court would end up going to 3 sets. Pittsburgh versus Columbus. Columbus, the team that Girard is about to face off against. Columbus was able to beat Pittsburgh in the third set. I was unable to watch the first 2 sets, but it looked like that third set Columbus won convincingly 25-16 over Pittsburgh. Girard will face off against Pittsburgh after they face off against Columbus here, and after hopefully they beat Columbus. And with just 10 seconds left for the warm-up, Miss Jackson's going to talk to her Lady Trojans and hopefully get them ready to beat the Columbus Titans. The starting lineup once again is brought to you by the Jagged Edge, and that will be Liam McGowan in the middle with Hayden Buckley, Madden Kester, and Emmeline Seneca also playing the front row. Then in the back row, you'll have different faces such as Ainsley Norton, Sarah Goebel, Bailey Troike, and Peyton Brooks. Also coming in would be Rachel Bennett to play that front row middle. So the Girard Trojans looking to come back after a loss to Fort Scott, hopefully redeem themselves after this is their, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, their first loss to Fort Scott this season. They've played them 4 times now. That makes them 3-1 against them. Like I said, Columbus coming off a bit of momentum because they won their first game against Pittsburgh. A well-fought match between the 2 teams. And Columbus able to beat the home team. And it looks like they also won the coin toss, and they'll get the first serve to start off this first set. Girard Trojans going to go with a little bit different of a back row here, starting off with Peyton Brooks in the back. Sarah sets it up to Emmeline Seneca, who spikes it down. Columbus going to get to it, though. That ball's blocked off the hands of Leah. It's going to find a spot on the court, and the rest of the Trojans unable to get there, as Columbus will take the first point in this match. Number 16 for Columbus to start us off. Bailey Troike passes to Sarah Goebel, who sets it up for Emmeline. Emmeline go for a bigger hit this time, but it's going to get tipped at the start. Number 5 for Columbus going to have to pass it over. Sarah sets it up for Leah this time, and it's going to go off the hands of the blocker, going to find a spot on the court. And a good job by Leah to hit that ball hard and not give any Columbus player a chance to recover. Columbus sets up their attack. Block at the point by Rachel Bennett. Emmeline going to have to set it over. Goes for a little hole in the zone, but not going to get it. Columbus will hit this ball. It's going to find the corner where no Girard Trojan was at. And it'll make it 2-1. A quick back and forth start here between the Trojans and the Titans. That'll bring up number 18 for Columbus. She's going to have a good low serve, but Sarah's going to set it up, and it's going to ride the net. Never going to quite make it over. Never going to quite get touched by Columbus player. And Columbus going to take a quick 2-point lead. I would like to say also that your Girard Trojans are once again the home team on the scoreboard. This serve going to go into the net and going to give Girard a little bit of a break. Keep the lead to just 1. That'll bring Ainsley Norton into the game for Hayden Buckley. Ainsley Norton comes in to serve. Number 4, Ainsley Norton serves it at number 4 for Columbus. That ball's awkwardly tipped. They're going to call a lift. A good call by the judge. Of course, I think this is a good call because I'm cheering for Girard. But still, Ainsley Norton going to get the serve once again. She serves at the right side this time. Columbus sets up their attack. Looks like that ball got tipped at the start. Either way, it's going to find a spot on the court. And Columbus going to take back their 1-point lead. Number 22 for Columbus going to come in for the libero. Number 6 for Columbus gets their signal. He's going to serve at Bailey Troike. Ainsley sets it up for Rachel Bennett. Rachel Bennett going to spike it down hard. A good hit by Rachel Bennett. As she's able to spike that one down hard and give no Columbus player the chance of recovery. That'll give the ball to Emmeline Seneca to serve. Hit at number 6 at Columbus. They're going to set up their attack now. Ainsley Norton going to have an awkward pass. Going to go straight off her hands. It's going to give no chance for Girard to make a play off of it. That'll make it 5-4. And Columbus can make a couple of substitutions. But it gives the ball to number 15 to serve. Served right at Maddie Kester, who's going to pass to Ainsley. Ainsley's going to go for a tip, and a good job to go for the tip. But the judge is going to call, I'm not sure what that call is. But either way, it goes against Girard, and Columbus going to get the hit back. Bailey going to have to die for this one. Sarah going to pass it up. Bailey going to set it over to the side, and is going to find a spot on the court. And it's going to give Girard their 5th point of the match. That'll give the lead also back down to 1. Bailey Troike to serve now. Serves at the middle of the Columbus back row. They're going to tip that one, and there's going to be no Girard Trojan there to recover. And that'll make it 7-5. Columbus holding on to their lead so far. Number 3 for Columbus to serve. Serves it to the left side, right at Sarah Goebel. An awkward hit, but Bailey's going to pass it to Maddie, who's going to be able to get that ball over. Columbus sets up their attack now. A short hit, but a good job by Emmeline to save it. Maddie going to go for a tip. Another good job by Emmeline to be there. Sarah going to go for a hit. Going to try and find the hole, but not going to get it. And they're going to call a lift on Columbus. That'll give Sarah Goebel the ball to serve. Hayden Buckley will also come in for Ainsley Norton. Sarah Goebel serves to the left side. That ball's hit hard, but a good job by Emmeline to save it, but it goes off the basketball goal at the top of on the ceiling. Goes off the basketball goal on the ceiling and goes haywire, and Girard unable to get underneath it. That'll make it 6-8. Number 22 for Columbus serves at Leah McGowan. Sarah sets it up for Maddie this time. He's going to go for a little tip, and it's going to find a spot in the zone. Set up for Leah this time. That's going to get tipped. And Columbus is going to have to try and make a play on it, but they're not going to get to it as they go off the bottom of the screen here. Unable to make a diving play on that one, and it'll bring Peyton Brooks in for Maddie Kester. Peyton Brooks, number 10 to serve. Serves at number 4 of Columbus. Columbus sets up their attack. That's going to find a hole in between Peyton Brooks and Bailey Troike. Neither of them able to make a diving play at it. That'll give Columbus the serve back. Columbus holding on to this lead, have not given Girard any chance here so far. Number 16 for Columbus serves. Sarah sets it up for Leah. Leah for a big hit. Looks like someone hit the net, but not sure who. Either way, it will not matter because Columbus is unable to get it over. That'll make it 8-9. And it looks like our Pittsburgh student section over here is absolutely ruining our camera setup. I apologize for that. I'll go talk to them here in a second. That ball gets blocked down by Rachel Bennett, but it'll stay on the Girard Trojan side. I apologize for that, guys. That's a little flaw in our setup here. We're kind of jerry-rigged up. Either way, Columbus is going to serve it at Peyton Brooks. Sarah's going to set it up for Emmeline. Emmeline's going to hit it hard. It's going to go off the hands of the blocker and way out of the reach of the Columbus front row. That'll bring in Ainsley Norton for Hayden Buckley, and Ainsley Norton serves at the middle of Columbus, and they're unable to get their pass to any other player, and that'll make it 10-10 as the Girard Trojans tie this game up. Ainsley Norton to serve once again. Columbus sets it up, and it's blocked down by Rachel Bennett, and that'll give Girard their first lead of the match. Girard with their first lead, and Ainsley Norton serves once again. That ball gonna be tipped at the start by Rachel Bennett. It's gonna have a weird spin on it, and all the Trojans unable to get there, and that'll make it 12-11. Columbus leads. Number 6 for Columbus serves, a short serve, so short that it won't get over the net. And that'll make it 12-12. Emmeline setting it to serve. A good serve. Columbus sets up. Emmeline there to save it. Ainsley gonna set it over to Maddie. Maddie gonna try and find a spot in the zone, doesn't. That ball tipped at the start by Rachel Bennett. Ainsley gonna set it this time to Sarah. Sarah gonna go for a little bit of finesse, and she's gonna find it as it gets tipped at the start and finds a hole in between the Columbus defenders, the Columbus front row. And that'll make it 13-11. Girard taking their first 2-point lead of this first set. Emmeline's serve is set up. A good job by Ainsley to dig that ball. Maddie with a good hit. Gonna almost find the zone, but a couple of Columbus players collide to save it. Bailey gonna hit this ball over, go for the corner, not gonna get it. Ainsley sets it over to Maddie. And that ball's blocked, and they're unable to get down to save it. And it's gonna land on the Columbus side and give Girard their first 3-point lead. Girard with a little bit of momentum right now, hoping to take the rest of the game away. Emmeline with another good serve. Columbus sets up right at Bailey Troike. She's going to pass it to Ainsley. Ainsley going to come in and hit it a little too far, a little out of Maddie's reach. Looked like that was Rachel Bennett's ball, and Ainsley came in and took over. And it's going to go just out of Maddie Kesser's reach. And that'll make it 14-12. Number 15 for Columbus serves. A short serve at Maddie Kester. Ainsley sets it up for Rachel Bennett. Rachel Bennett slams it hard. Hits it straight down to the surface of the court. and no Columbus player able to save it. Bailey Troike to serve now. That ball tipped over, but a good job by Bailey to get to it. Ainsley going to hit it over to Emline, who's going to be able to get it over. It's going to be tipped at the start, though. And Columbus going to set up their attack. Bailey Troike going to pass it to Ainsley, who's going to set it over to Maddie. A good job by Maddie to punch that ball. Ainsley sets this one for Sarah. Sarah with a good hit, but the back row of Columbus is able to stop it. Good job by Maddie to keep it alive. Leah going to go for the quick hit, not going to work. And a little bit of back and forth volley here between the Trojans and the Titans. Set up for Maddie Kester. Maddie with the big hit. And saved once again, it's going to go off the speaker, and they're unable to recover as the ball goes flying into the other court. A good job by both teams to stay in that, and a good job for Girard to end up prevailing. That ball tipped over. Good job by Emline to keep it alive. And we have Pittsburgh student section affecting our score once again. But either way, yeah, I'm going to have to go talk to them about this. But it's 17-12. Girard Trojans lead. It'll be 17-13 now after Bailey Troike serves into the net. And Columbus will make a quick substitution. Ainsley Norton sets it over to Emline. Emline going to find a spot in the hole, not going to get down though. Columbus keeps it alive. Ainsley going to set it over to Maddie. Maddie with a big hit, goes right through the hands of a Columbus back row player and off the knee of number 4, the libero for Columbus. And a good job by the Trojans to now take an 18-13 lead, stretching the lead out to 5. Sarah Goebel to serve. Emline saves that ball. Sarah going to pass it to Maddie, who's going to try to find a hole in the zone, but does not. That ball hit out of bounds by the front row player of Columbus, number 12. That'll give the ball back to Sarah Goebel to serve. Sarah serves at the left side. That ball set up to the right side of Columbus. They're barely going to keep it in bounds, but do. That's set up to Hayden Buckley, and that's going to get tipped, and Columbus unable to save it after it gets tipped off the blocker of Columbus. And that'll give a 20-13 lead to Girard. Columbus going to have to take a timeout here. Miss Jackson going to talk to her Lady Trojans, try and keep them focused into this game, tell them that it's not over quite yet, that they need to shut this game out. They're still 5 points away. They are leading by 7, but that can be made up in no time. The Girard Trojans need to hold this momentum that they currently have and shut out the game. They need just 5 points to do so. That'll bring Sarah Goebel to serve. She serves at this left side, a short serve, a good serve. It's going to go off number 12, and she's unable to make a good pass. And that'll make it 21-13, Trojans lead. Sarah Goebel serves once again, this time at the libero. That ball blocked off of Leah's hands. It's going to go out of bounds, though. And that'll make it 21-14, Girard retaining that 7-point lead. Columbus trying to scratch their way back into this game. It's going to take an effort to do so, but it can be done. Sarah sets it up to Emline. Emline, the back row, hits. And a powerful hit goes way off the hands of the back row player. It's going to give Girard a 22-14 lead. Peyton Brooks will come in for Maddie Kester. Number 10, Peyton Brooks to serve. Columbus sets up their attack. Sarah tries to save that ball, but it's going to go way off. That'll give Columbus the ball to serve. Peyton going to pass it to Sarah. Sarah sends it over to Emmeline. Emmeline with a big hit off the hands of the front row blocker. That'll make it 23-15. Girard leads, needing just 2 points to win. A couple of passes by Columbus. They're going to be able to get the ball over. Peyton going to pass it to Sarah. She's going to jump, set it up to Rachel. She's going to have a good finesse play and tip it over to the right, away from the blocker's hands and away from the Columbus defenders. A good heads-up play by Rachel Bennett gives the Trojans a great chance to win as they lead 24-15. All they need is 1 point, and they have plenty of chances to get it. Columbus sets up their attack. An awkward hit, got to go way out of bounds, and that'll seal the first set for the Girard Trojans. So as we wait for this second set, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Girard Medical Center is one of the area's best places to work. Are you a nurse? Does caring for patients on a more personal level sound appealing to you? Then you'll love our lower nurse-to-patient ratio. We also have positions open in other departments. Benefits include state employee health plan, 457 retirement plan with match, life insurance, paid time off, plus employee and family discounts on services. Best of all, your coworkers are like family. For more information, contact Greg Sullivan, Director of HR, or apply online at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Here at the Smith Agency, we love being part of our hometown, and we know it's the people who make our community great. That's why this year, we're on the search for our hometown hero. Hometown heroes are individuals who go above and beyond impacting people's lives. Hometown heroes are children, parents, seniors, they're leaders, and they're everywhere. Nominate your hometown hero, and at the last home game of the season, they'll be recognized with a $100 gift card to Heroes Barbecue. Contact our office and nominate your hero today.
We are back live at Pittsburgh High School. I'm Daryl McLeod for Girard Sports Live. Peyton Brooks going to start off the second set with a serve for the Girard Trojans. Sarah Goble going to pass to Bailey, who's going to set up to Emmeline. Emmeline going to try and set it over their heads. Not going to work. And they're going to call an underneath the net on Columbus. It looked like number 15 is who they called it on. That'll give the serve to Peyton Brooks. Peyton with a good serve to the left side. And it's going to end up working out for the Trojans as Columbus is on their heels a little bit after losing that first set to the Trojans. Trojans with a convincing comeback in that one. Columbus had held the lead for the first 9 or 10 points of the match. Emmeline with a big hit, but libero for Columbus is going to be there for it. That ball going to land in bounds for Columbus, and it'll make it 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. As the Girard Trojans look to win their second game of the day. Emmeline going to pass it to Sarah Goble, who sets it back up to Emmeline. Emmeline with the big hit. Going to go off the blocker's hands, and no one's going to be able to get there. And that'll make it 3-1. 3-1. The Trojans lead after a good performance by Emmeline Senecat. Leah with a good serve. Columbus sets up their attack. Peyton going to pass it over to Emmeline. Emmeline going to try to find a hole. Not going to work. So they go right back to the Trojans, though. Sarah sets up to Emmeline. Emmeline with a big hit this time. Not going to make it to the other side. Gets blocked down. Hayden Buckley gets blocked down, too. Rachel Bennett going to keep it alive, though. That one gets tipped, and Leah unable to get her hand underneath it. and it'll fall to the Girard side of the court. That'll give number 18 the ball to serve. Gonna nick the net, but a good job by Bailey to stay with it. Rachel Bennett with a big hit. Spike it down hard off the set of Sarah Goebel. It's gonna find a hole in the zone. No Columbus player wanting to get underneath that one. Rachel Bennett will score the 4th point for the Girard Trojans. Speaking of 4, number 4, Ainsley Norton will come in to serve. She hits that number 4 for Columbus. That ball gets tipped at the miss point. Not going to do anything, so they're going to go for a quick tip, not going to get it. Columbus going to hit it at Peyton. Peyton's going to pass it to Ainsley, who sets it up for Emline. Emline's hit going to go out of bounds over the heads of the Columbus players. And that'll give the ball to number 18 for Columbus again. Bailey unable to get there. And it'll end up being a lift on Emmeline. She tries to stick a hand out to save it, but isn't able to. That'll make it 4-4 in the second set of the Columbus-Girard matchup. And I think they're talking about rotation right now. And yeah, they fix it up, and we're good to go. Number 18 serves right at Sarah. Sarah sets it up to Ainsley, who sets it back up to Sarah. Sarah with a good hit off the blocker's hands, a diving play by Columbus to save it, and a good job by Sarah to keep it alive. The Trojans get back over the Titan side. That ball is set up, blocked down by Rachel Bennett and Sarah Goebel. And the judge, the referee's going to catch the ball as it was coming right for her. She's going to stop that ball at its tracks. And that'll give the ball to Emmeline Seneca. Trojans with a 5-4 lead. A good serve by Emmeline. Columbus setting up their attack off of it. Bailey going to pass to Ainsley. He's going to set it up for Rachel. Rachel with an awkward play at it. Not going to be able to get the hit she wants on it. Has to try and tip it, but does not. And it goes in the net and falls down. That'll make it 5-5. And we'll be tied up as Columbus serves at Bailey Troike. A good hit by Rachel Bennett this time, though. And it goes off the hands of the Columbus player. A powerful hit. Columbus unable to make a play on it. Rachel Bennett proving to be a power hitter tonight. Bailey Troike to serve. Columbus hits right at Bailey Troike again. She passes to Ainsley Norton. Ainsley Norton sets it up for Maddie Kessler. Maddie with a good hit off the hitter's hands. And it's going to find a spot in the court. Columbus unable to get there. And Girard going to take a 2-point lead. Bailey Troike to serve. A short serve. It's going to hit the court. And that's an ace for Bailey Troike. A good short serve. The back row of Columbus maybe not ready for it. And it'll score Girard their 8th point. Bailey Troike going to get the ball back to serve once again, hoping to do another ace. She's going to attack the left side of the court. Columbus sets up their attack. And it's hit, blocked. A good job by Emmeline to keep it alive, but Maddie's unable to get there. She almost runs into the wall trying to save it. That'll make it 8-6. Girard Trojans lead. Girard Trojans winning the first set against the Titans, hoping to shut them out here and win 2-0 and then go on to beat Pittsburgh as well. Sarah passes it to Ainsley, who sets it up for Leah. Looks like they're going to call a rotation issue on Columbus. The Columbus coach going to express her frustrations with it, with the referee. They're going to have a long discussion about it. Curious as to what's being said between the referee and as he tries to describe what the reason and what the purpose of his call was. Looks like they're going to stick with the rotation issue as Columbus was one off of what they should have been. That'll bring number 12 for Columbus into the game. And it'll be looks like Girard going to get the serve. They're going to have a substitution. Hayden Buckley going to come in for Ainsley Norton. And that'll give Girard a free point. And Sarah Goebel to serve. Emline keeps that ball alive. Sarah sets it up to Hayden Buckley. Hayden with a good hit. Not going to find the court, though. That ball hits off the net. Gives Emline a chance to save it. Maddie Kessler with a little tip play, but a good diving play by Columbus to keep it alive. Emline with a good pass. Sarah going to try and find the corner of the court, and she does as it goes off the back row's hands and flies into the bleachers behind her. And that'll give the Trojans a 10-4 lead, or 10-6 lead, a 4-point lead. And Sarah Goebel will get the ball back to serve. Number 11, Sarah Goebel serves at number 12 for Columbus. They're going to have an awkward hit, but it will find the court. But Bailey Troike, a good job to keep it alive. Look at that ball, was so close to hitting. I almost thought it did. But Bailey Troike keeps it alive. And Girard with a chance to save it. And Sarah with a quick hit over. And Leah, a good job, an Oscar-winning job to fake the serve. Tricks the Columbus blockers. And that ball will fall. Sarah serves once again. It'll go off the hands of the back row player, out of the reach of every Columbus player, and that'll be another ace for Sarah Goebel as she has served the last couple of points here and is on a roll. Sarah Goebel to serve once again as Girard has taken a 6-point lead. Columbus sets up their attack, and that ball is going to go out of the back of the court on the Girard side, and it'll give a 13-6 lead for the Girard Trojans. Number 11, Sarah Goebel to serve once again. She serves at this left side, and that ball's going to go off the hands of the back row. And it'll give another ace to the Girard Trojans. Sarah Goebel with another ace. Columbus forced to call a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
We're back live at Pittsburgh High School. I'm Daryl McLeod with Girard Sports Live. We're going to get started quickly as the Pittsburgh student section is trying to rally their girls on the other side. On this side of the court, however, Girard Trojan's going to get another quick point. Sarah Goebel to serve once again, a floating serve, tries to find the spot in the court. Columbus currently reeling. Sarah sets it over to Maddie Kessler. Maddie with a good hit, going to have power. But Columbus is able to keep it alive, but to no avail because that ball is going to go out of bounds. A good job of the Girard Trojans. Columbus making an attempt to save it, but the powerful hit of Maddie Kessler throws them off balance too much. And it'll make it 16-6. Girard taking a 10-point lead. Columbus making some substitutions, maybe looking to bring in some young faces. Sarah Goebel to serve once again. Bailey able to pass it up. It's going to be whacked by Emmeline, going to hit the pole. That holds the volleyball nets in place. That'll give the ball back to the Columbus Titans to serve for the first time in a long time. Sarah, good job to guide that ball back in bounds. A low, quick hit over. Emmeline going to respond with one as well. Columbus sets up their attack. That ball goes off of Leah's hands. Bailey going to pass to Sarah, who sets up for Maddie Kessler. Maddie with a good hit down the right side of the court. Going to find the line. And a good hitting performance by the Trojans in this second set. gives them a 17-7 lead as Peyton Brooks comes in for Maddie Kester. Peyton Brooks to serve. Serves right at the libero for Columbus. Bailey with a good pass to Sarah Goebel. And Hayden Buckley is going to go off that set, but not going to find the court. Bailey Troike to Sarah. To Leah with a swing hit, but it's not going to find the court either. Going for a quick hit, but Bailey responds. And Emline with a little punch, going to find the court. A good job by Emline Syndicate to hit that ball quickly, avoiding the more powerful hit and instead trying for some finesse, and finds that spot, that little circle of the Columbus defense where they're unable to get to. Peyton Brooks serves once again. Blocked down by Leah, but saved by Columbus. And Hayden Buckley goes for a block of her own, but it's not quite finding the court. Both teams throwing volleys back and forth. Emline with a big hit of her own. Not going to find the court once again. A little bit of miscommunication. Throws Columbus off guard. But before, that ball's going to go out of bounds, but before it does, they're going to call a jump ball as the ball from the Pittsburgh-Fort Scott game goes into our court. An unfortunate break there for the Trojans, but either way, it'll give Peyton Brooks the ball to serve. Columbus sets up their attack. Bailey Troike to Sarah, who sets up a quick set to Emmeline. A powerful hit. Going to go into the scores table. A good play-by-play from Sarah to Emmeline. A quick set and a powerful hit by Emmeline Syndicate will send that ball way away from the Columbus defenders. Peyton with a good serve. Almost looked like a miss hit, but it works. As it's going to find the left side of the court here and give the Trojans 20 points and a 13-point lead. Trojans running away with the game right now as their serving performance is elite. That ball's blocked at the mesh point by Hayden Buckley. And it'll go off the hands of number 15 for Columbus. Columbus reeling on their heels, unable to answer Girard right now. 21-7, Girard leads, needing just 4 points to win. Peyton Brooks hoping to serve out. Columbus going to keep that ball alive. Bailey going to pass to Sarah. Sarah sets up for Leah. Leah with a big hit of her own. And that ball's going to go way off the hands of Hayden Buckley as she had to make a decision to block or to hit that one. It gets caught in between. It's going to fly away from her, make it 21-8. That'll give the ball back to Columbus for the first time in a while again. Peyton Brooks served the last 4 points for Girard. Number 16 for Columbus hits at Bailey Troike. Bailey passes to Sarah, who sets it up. Another quick set for Emmeline. It's going to find the hole in the defense once again. Emmeline with a pure hitting performance right now. Sarah Goebel with a quick set to set up the big hit. And that'll make it 22-8, a 14-point lead for the Girard Trojans. Number 5 for Leah McGowan to serve. Serves at number 5 of Columbus. A good knuckleball serve. Throws her off. That ball hit short, but a good job by Sarah to get to it. But that ball's going to fly into the net. Going to make it 22-9. That'll bring in number 18 of Columbus for number 12. And number 18 will serve. Serves right at Bailey Troike, who passes to Sarah. Sarah sets it up for Rachel. Rachel going for a little set hit, but it gets blocked down on her. She's unable to recover. And Columbus will reach double digits in this set. 22-10, the lead down to just 12 now. Columbus with the serve at Peyton Brooks. Peyton sets it up for Sarah, who sets it up for Emmeline. Emmeline with another big hit. Another big hit by Emmeline. Another powerful shot to hopefully smash out, stub out, and stamp out any hopes and dreams of the Columbus Titans to come back in this match. Ainsley Norton will come in to serve. Columbus going to set up their attack, but their attack's going to go right in the net. And it'll make it 24-10. Girard needing just 1 point, and it's looking good for them right now, as they only need 1 point to win, and Columbus needs a lot. Ainsley sets it up to Emmeline. Emmeline looking to put the exclamation point on the match, and she does. It's going to go off the hands of the Columbus blocker, and the back row unable to get to it. And Emmeline going to end the match with a hit, just like she scored so many points during the match earlier. Girard going to beat Columbus convincingly in 2 sets. A good rebuttal after losing their first game against Fort Scott. As we wait for the Pittsburgh-Fort Scott game to get done on this court across from us, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Girard Medical Center is one of the area's best places to work. Are you a nurse? Does caring for patients on a more personal level sound appealing to you? Then you'll love our lower nurse-to-patient ratio. We also have positions open in other departments. Benefits include state employee health plan, 457 retirement plan with match, life insurance, paid time off, plus employee and family discounts on services. Best of all, your coworkers are like family. For more information, contact Greg Sullivan, Director of HR, or apply online at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. With a huge selection of Trojan gear, plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, trophies, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Learn more at wilbertawards.com or call 620-724-0341. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
We are back at Pittsburgh High School as the Girard Trojans won their last match against Columbus Titans and are getting ready to warm up against Pittsburgh. We're going to take a quick look at the past games. Your in-between game show is brought to you by GN Bank, where they have been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Also, your eye on the game is brought to you by Canard Eye Care. As we take a look back at those last two games, Canard Eye Care, make sure you can see what you're looking at. Canard Eye Care, with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard, is here to help their valued customers. Learn more at canardeyecare.com. So the Girard Trojans are switching courts here as they go across to play the Pittsburgh Dragons. Pittsburgh just faced off against Fort Scott, and I believe Fort Scott won in the third set against the Pittsburgh Dragons. The Pittsburgh Dragons lost earlier today against Columbus in the third set as well. Hopefully the Girard Trojans are able to beat the Pittsburgh Dragons here in this matchup. And what they need to get better on from those first two games as we get towards our third game here, and what they need to do, they need to get better on facing their mistakes. I had a quick chat with Miss Jackson as she was preparing to switch courts and flip the coin. And she said she talked to her girls, she coached them up, it's in their hands now. And I think translation for that is she told them to fix their mistakes, and they will. And if they do, they'll win. So that is the bright and wise words of Mrs. Jackson. We'll take a quick break here as we set up for the opposite court. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
For years, James Brumbach and Brumbach Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumbach's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumbach's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumbach Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumbach Service Center.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Here at the Smith Agency, we love being part of our hometown, and we know it's the people who make our community great. That's why this year, we're on the search for our hometown hero. Hometown heroes are individuals who go above and beyond impacting people's lives. Hometown heroes are children, parents, seniors, they're leaders, and they're everywhere. Nominate your hometown hero, and at the last home game of the season, they'll be recognized with a $100 gift card to Heroes Barbecue. Contact our office and nominate your hero today.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
All right, we're back live as Peyton Brooks serves it into the net for the first point of the match. After winning the last match against Columbus in 2 sets convincingly, Girard Trojans face off against the Pittsburgh Dragons. Emmeline Seneca with a big hit off the hands of number 13 at Pittsburgh. A good hit by Emmeline. Going to go sailing off of Pittsburgh's hands as the Girard Trojans start off here 1-1 against the Dragons. It's number 5. Leah hits a number 5 for Columbus. Oh, that ball's going to go straight into the net. A good job by Girard. And they're going to score their second point of the match. Girard is the visitor on your scoreboard for this match. Number 5, Leah McGowan serves at number 5 of Pittsburgh. A good hit by Pittsburgh, but it's going to go sailing out of the back of the court. And that'll give Girard a quick 3-1 lead. Girard looking to take their second win of today. Set up by Sarah. Rachel Bennett with a powerful hit. Going to go off the hands of the blocker. No Pittsburgh Dragons going to be able to save that. It goes out of their reach. Okay, we got the crowd mic set up now. Here we go. Served over once again by Leah. Pittsburgh going to be able to set up their attack this time. It's going to work this time. And it'll be 4-2. Girard Trojans will lead as they try to knock off the Pittsburgh Dragons. That'll give number 5 for Pittsburgh, the libero, the chance to serve. She serves right at Bailey Troike, who passes up to Sarah Goebel. And Emmeline Seneca going to get blocked at the point of attack. She's going to get blocked And that'll give Pittsburgh their 3rd point. Number 5 for Pittsburgh to serve once again. Serve right at Bailey Troykin. A little bit of miscommunication between Peyton and Bailey. And that ball's going to sail over towards Columbus on the other court. That'll make it 4-4. All tied up, all square. As Pittsburgh will serve, that'll go off the net. Good job by Emline to stay with it. Rachel Bennett going to have to go with a little bit of an awkward hit, but still going to keep it alive. Sarah Goebel going to set it over to Emline this time. She's going to go for the corner, diving play by the libero to keep it alive. Pittsburgh sets up their attack. Emline going to pass it to Sarah, who sets it up to Emline. Emline with a powerful hit, but it's going to stay up. A little bit of an errant hit. Sarah going to set it over to Hayden Buckley this time. That ball's going to get blocked. Emline going to try and do it herself. Not going to work as Pittsburgh keeps it alive. Bailey Troyke going to pass it to Sarah Goebel. Sarah sets it over to Emline. Emline with another big hit, but that gets blocked as well. Bailey going to keep it alive, and Peyton Brook going to get the ball over to the other side. A good job by the Trojans to keep that ball alive. That's going to get blocked. Rachel Bennett's going to save it, and a good volley going back and forth. Pass to Sarah, set up for Rachel Bennett. Rachel going to go with finesse, and Girard's going to win the volley. After going back and forth several times, several blocks, several missed hits, and several saves, Girard's going to win the point off of a finesse play by Rachel Bennett, a good heads-up play and some misdirection, and they're going to score and take the 1-point lead. And they're going to say that went out of bounds. Looks like it might have hit off the little post thing that they have there. Ainsley Norton will serve. A good serve by Ainsley, forced the back row to dive for it. Bailey going to pass it to Ainsley. He's going to set up for Rachel. Rachel with a powerful hit, going to get stuck on the net. Pittsburgh going to be trailing by 3 now as Girard is picking up the steam. Ainsley going to serve at the left side this time. A little bit of a directional hit. Rachel Bennett going to find the spot in the zone. Rachel Bennett, a supreme hitting performance so far, giving Girard 4 points already, and a 4-point lead for Girard as well. Number 4, Ainsley Norton to serve. Bailey going to pass it to Ainsley Norton, who sets it up for Emline. Emline going to try and find a hole in the zone. 2 Pittsburgh players going to collide. And looks like they're going to call ball in the net or play. Yeah, Rachel Bennett looked like she got a little bit ahead of herself trying to block that one, got in the net. Pittsburgh going to serve it to Peyton Brooks. Set by Ainsley to Emline. Emline with a big hit. And that ball's going to go out of bounds off the big hit by Emline with such power and force that it slams off number 13 for Pittsburgh and goes out of bounds on the Girard side of the court. Girard leading 9-5 over the Dragons. Pittsburgh sets up their attack. Emline going to be able to get the ball over. Pittsburgh sets up their attack once again. And a good job by Emline. She finds the hole in the zone. And now she's going to get to serve. Number 15, Emmeline Senekit. Serves it at number 5 for Pittsburgh. And the hit by Pittsburgh going to go way out of bounds. Every Girard player knew it. Everyone in the stands knew it as well. That'll give Girard an 11-5 lead. Number 15, Emmeline Senekit to serve once again. That goes off the hands of Rachel Bennett. Set up for Sarah. Sarah with the good hit at the libero. Blocked at the mesh point by Rachel Bennett and Maddie Kester. Ainsley Norton going to set it up to Maddie. Maddie going to try and find a hold. Does not. Ainsley Norton sets up for Maddie once again. Going to get another chance at it. This ball's going to go out of bounds, though. Going to go sailing at the back. And that'll give the ball to number 12 to serve. Ainsley sets it up to Rachel Bennett and slammed down hard by Rachel Bennett. Rachel Bennett with a performance like no other so far. And a couple of good sets her up. She'll go out of the match though, so Bailey Troike can come in to serve. And a good serve by Bailey Troike will go airing off the hands of the back row of Pittsburgh. And that'll make it 13-6 and an ace for Bailey Troike. Bailey to serve once again towards number 1 of Pittsburgh. Bailey going to pass it to Ainsley. Ainsley going to set it all the way over to Maddie Kester. But a good diving play keeps that ball alive. Emmeline going to save that ball. Maddie going to pass it to Leah, who tries to find a hole in the zone, does not. That ball's hit hard, but Emmeline's there to save it. Maddie Kester going to hit a hard one of her own, but it's going to go out the back of the court. And that'll make it 13-7. Number 28 for Pittsburgh gets to serve. Both Bailey and Emmeline look to have gone for that one. That ball's going to go off the net. Maybe a fortunate move for the Trojans. That ball looked like it was a little bit out. It's going to bounce off of Leah's hands and fall down. Unable to get to that one. And that'll give number 28 for Pittsburgh the ball back. Ainsley Norton sets it up for Emmeline Senekit. Bailey passes to Leah this time. Leah sets it up for Maddie. And a good job by Maddie to dip it into the hole in the zone. That'll give Girard their 14th point. Girard with some up-and-coming freshmen and sophomore who are showing their hitting prowess tonight. Both Rachel Bennett and Maddie Kester showing that they belong. Pittsburgh sets up their attack. Emmeline there to recover. Sarah going to try and find the corner of the court, but does not. Bailey going to pass it to Sarah. Sarah sets it up for Maddie. Maddie with a hard hit. Going to find the line. A good hit by Maddie Kester. As she slams it down. No, Pittsburgh dragging around to save that one. That'll give Sarah Goebel the ball to serve as Girard has a 15-8 lead. That ball's hit hard, and they're going to call it inbounds. That'll give Pittsburgh their 9th point. It looks like 7. Number 7 for Pittsburgh, going to get to serve. A left-handed serve, right at Leah. Leah passes to Sarah, who sets it up for Maddie. Maddie with another big hit, and it's going to go off the hands of number 7, the server. Unable to save that ball is number 7 after a hard hit goes flying to the stands. A couple of the PHS student section taking pictures of me right now. It's quite flattering. Emmeline going to pass it to Sarah, who sets it up to Emmeline. Emmeline go for a little tip, and it's going to work. Number 7 for Pittsburgh, unable to get there again. As Emmeline going with a little bit of finesse this time instead of raw power. And does find the court. Peyton Brooks to serve now. Bailey Troike going to pass it to Sarah Goebel, who sets up for Emmeline again. Emmeline with a little bit of a push hit there. And Pittsburgh unable to get the ball back over to him. And they're going to be forced to call a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
We are back at Pittsburgh High School. I'm Daryl McLeod for Girard Sports Live. Pittsburgh using every little second of their time out here to talk it over as they are trailing by 9 points to the Girard Trojans. Girard Trojans started off hot with some hitting power by Rachel Bennett, Maddie Kessler, and Emmeline Senecat, and have never taken their foot off the pedal yet. And that'll bring Peyton Brooks to serve. Pittsburgh gonna go for a tip, not gonna work. Bailey gonna set it up for Emmeline. Does not quite find the floor. But the hit of Pittsburgh finds the floor. It's just out of bounds. That'll make it 19-9. Trojans leading. Peyton Brooks to serve once again. Number 10, Peyton Brooks, serves to number 12 of Pittsburgh. Bailey going to try and make a diving play for it as the ball goes past the blockers. Unable to get there, though. That'll make it 19-10 as Pittsburgh reaches double digits for the first time in this match. It looks like number 13 for Pittsburgh is going to serve. Serves it right at Peyton. He's going to pass it. Sarah, good job to keep it alive. Leah unable to get it over the net, though. A little bit of an errant hit. Now again, Pittsburgh, their 11th point. Cuts the Girard lead down to 8 now. Number 13 to serve once again. Serves it right at Bailey. Emmeline going to have to try hard to keep it alive. Peyton is going to hit it over, though. A good job to keep that ball in play. Bailey going to set it up to Emmeline. Emmeline going to have to tip it. And a good job to tip it as she finds a hole in the zone. And that'll take the ball away from number 13, who appeared to have a very good serve, and give it to Leah McGowan, who has a good serve as well. Pittsburgh sets up their attack. Blocked by Hayden Buckley, but it's going to go out of bounds. Didn't quite have the angle on the block, and it's going to go out of bounds and give Pittsburgh their 12th point. Girard leading by 8, needing 5 points to win. And that'll help their goal of reaching that by serving into the net. There'll be a substitution as Ainsley Norton's going to come in for Hayden Buckley. Ainsley Norton serves at the left side of the court, attacking number 13. Pittsburgh sets up the attack, and it goes out of bounds. That'll make it 22-12. Girard taking a double-digit lead now, hoping to shut out the rest of this game as Ainsley Norton gives the ball a whack and a serve. Right at number 5 of Pittsburgh. That ball set up. Hit hard, but Peyton Brooks there to save it. Ainsley Norton sets it up for Emmeline. Emmeline go for the tip to the corner, and a good job of attacking number 13 as the ball goes airing off her hands into the bleachers. And Girard needing just 2 more points to win this first set against the Pittsburgh Dragons, hoping to beat the 5A powerhouse. Pittsburgh sets up their attack. Bailey Troike passes to Ainsley Norton, who sets it over to Sarah. Sarah with a good hit. Going to go off the blocker's hands, but they're able to keep it alive. Bailey Troike with a good diving play to save it. Ainsley Norton with a good play, and Peyton Brooks is going to get it over the other side. Girard with some good hitting. And another good acrobatic play by the Trojans. They're going to call a ball in the net, but either way, the Girard Trojans need just 1 point to win after some acrobatics from both Bailey, Sarah, and Ainsley Norton. And Pittsburgh's forced to call a timeout as they are trailing by 12. And Girard needing just 1 point to win it. Their odds are in their favor currently. They just have to be able to seal this game. Miss Jackson probably not going to talk along, and no, she doesn't. She's going to send her girls right back out on the court. No adjustments needed as they are playing good right now. I think for Pittsburgh, this is an adjustment talk for the next game as well. Getting them ready to go. Because I don't know if the Pittsburgh coach believes her team can win. I mean, obviously she does. But I think she's hoping for the second and third set more than the first and the second. So she's taking a long conversation. Going to drag the timeout clock all the way down to 8 seconds. Or more likely it's going to stop at 8 seconds. Ainsley Norton to serve to get us back into play. Pittsburgh sets up their attack. A little bit of a directional hit, does not work. Emmeline trying to end the match, but does not quite yet. Bailey going to pass it to Ainsley. Ainsley going to set it up for Rachel Bennett. Rachel going to hit into the net. That makes it 24-13. Number one for Pittsburgh going to have to serve out 13 points here in order to win. Bailey going to pass to Ainsley. Ainsley going to set up to Emmeline off the back. And that ball's going to get stuck on number 12. And Emmeline Syndicate going to put an exclamation point to the end of the match, as the blocker for Pittsburgh is unable to get the ball back over to Girard. And they'll win the first set 25-13, a convincing victory for the Girard Trojans. As we're in between matches here, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
We are back. We are back out at Pittsburgh High School as the Girard Trojans are in their last match of the Quadrangular. And they are facing off against the Pittsburgh Dragons. They had just beat the Pittsburgh Dragons 25-13 in the last set, in case you missed it. They move on to their second set here, hoping to win a convincing victory just like the first. Girard Trojans going to start off with Hayden Buckley, Sarah Goebel, and Leah McGowan in the front row, and Peyton Brooks, Bailey Troike, and Emmeline Syndicate in the back. The ball will go to the Pittsburgh Dragons to start us off, and here we go in the second set. And a good serve by number 13 of Pittsburgh, the one who I said had a dangerous serve earlier. And it goes off the hands of Bailey Troiking, going to give Pittsburgh their first point of the match. Number 13 to serve once again. Good serve right at Peyton. And they're unable to get the ball in the air. And Pittsburgh going to take a quick 2-0 lead. Number 13 to serve once again. And maybe a little bit of fortune for the Girard Trojans as that ball goes into the net off of the serve of number 13. And that'll give the ball to Leah McGowan to serve. As the Girard Trojans battle against the Dragons here. They go for a quick tip, not going to work. Set up for Emmeline. Emmeline with a powerful hit. Pittsburgh going to scramble to get this ball over. Peyton going to pass it to Sarah Goebel, who sets it up for Hayden Buckley. And it's going to go off the hands of the blocker, and the libero is unable to get there. And Girard ties the game up just like that. They'll give the ball back to Leah McGowan. Number 5, Leah McGowan, set to serve, but they're going to call a jump ball because there was, looked like the ball went over the court. Number 20 for Pittsburgh went over to help them. And so they'll just give the serve right back to Leah. Serves at number 12 for Pittsburgh. They set up their attack. Peyton going to pass to Sarah. He's going to set up for Emmeline. Emmeline going to have a little bit of a miss hit, but it's going to work in her favor. Fortunate miss hits, as Jess would call them. And it's going to find the corner of the court. It's going to give Girard their third point of the match and give them the lead back. Miss Jackson throwing the ball right back to Columbus. She's getting sick and tired of the ball going on her side of the court. Leah's serve going to go out the back. And that'll give the serve to number 5 of Pittsburgh. Her serve's going to hit the net. Emmeline's going to have to dive for it. Rachel Bennett with a good hit, going to find the back line. A good hit by Rachel Bennett, picking up right where she left off from the first set. And that'll bring in Ainsley Norton to serve. Girard maintaining that 1-point lead and hoping to run away with it as Ainsley Norton serves off. They set up their attack, a good hit. Peyton going to pass to Ainsley, who's going to set it for Emmeline. Emmeline going to try and find a spot, not going to. They go for a directional hit once again. Bailey going to set it to Emmeline. It's going to get blocked down on Rachel Bennett. And something, not quite sure what they called there, but either way, it's going to go in the favor of Pittsburgh, and it'll make it 4-4. Pittsburgh to serve. Peyton passes to Ainsley Norton. Sarah going to hit this one, and Rachel Bennett going to try and tip it over, but unsuccessfully. That'll give the 1-point lead back to Pittsburgh now. Pittsburgh serves at Peyton. Ainsley sets it up for Emmeline on the other side. Emmeline going to tip it over and find the line. A good job by Emmeline to go for finesse instead of power, and finds the line and scores Girard their 5th point and ties the game back up. Emmeline going to get the ball to serve. Emmeline serves towards the right side. That ball set up for Pittsburgh. A powerful hit. Emmeline going to try and get down for it. Not able to get there. And it's going to go sailing on her, make it 6-5. Pittsburgh staying tighter in this match than they did in the last one. And number 12 for Pittsburgh to serve. But her serve's going to go out the back of the court. And that'll give the ball right back to the Trojans and tie it up once again. Both teams struggling to maintain their momentum so far as we're all tied up, all square. They go for another directional hit, does not work. Ainsley sets it up for Maddie. Maddie goes for a little directional hit of her own, and it's going to find a spot in the zone. The directional hit of Maddie Kester goes right off the blocker's hands, and no Pittsburgh player is able to get there. Bailey Troike serves. And the hit by Pittsburgh is going to just nick the line. Looks like the Girard Trojan players thought it was out of bounds. But it was not called by the Pittsburgh line judge, who is wearing a Pittsburgh Dragon shirt, it looks like. Ainsley going to jump set it to Leah. Leah going to go for a tip of her own. It's going to be a double hit by number 20 for Pittsburgh Dragons. And that'll give Sarah Goebel the chance to serve here. Number 11, Sarah Goebel. Serves right in the middle of number 1 and number 12, and they have a little bit of miscommunication. And the ball goes sailing off the back into the bleachers. That'll make it 9-7 as Girard looks to build upon this momentum. Sarah sets right at number 1 once again. And Pittsburgh unable to get their hit over. And it's going to give Girard double digits in the match. 10-7. Girard leads over Pittsburgh Dragons. The serve by Sarah Goebel, and it go just out the back of the court. And that'll give the ball to number 7 of Pittsburgh as she looks to serve. 10-8, number 7 serves at Emmeline. Sarah sets it up for Maddie. Maddie with a good hit. Gonna go off the blocker's hands. Libero gets to it, but it's gonna get caught on her feet. It would have been a heck of a catch in football, but unfortunately does not count in volleyball. So a good hit leads to Peyton Brooks' serve. Peyton Brooks serves at number 12 of Pittsburgh. And they hit the ball. Sarah and Bailey, a little bit of miscommunication. Both of them going for a hit at the same time. And that'll make it a 2-point lead now for the Trojans. And it'll give number 13 the serve once again. The dangerous serve of 13. A little curving serve this time. Sarah sets it up to Leah. Leah with a powerful spike and ends the serving run right then and there. She says no more to Pittsburgh scoring and slams it down hard. A good hit by Leah from a good set by Sarah Goebel and a good pass from Peyton Brooks. A good overall play by the Girard Trojans will bring up Leah to serve. Leah with a good serve throws Pittsburgh off balance. Peyton going to set it up, but they're going to call a double hit. It looked like the set was a little wonky, I would say, in my expansive vocabulary. A little wonky. And that'll give number 5 for Pittsburgh to serve, but hers was a little wonky as well. And that'll give the ball right back to Girard. It's like a full-on miss hit. Ainsley Norton will come back in to serve. Number 5 for Pittsburgh. It's going to hit it, set it up. It's going to go over the head of Peyton. Bailey thought it was inbounds, but Peyton did it. She dives for it, but is unable to get there. And number 1 for Pittsburgh to serve. 13-11. Rachel Bennett going to poke it. Sarah Goebel going to hit it over. It's going to be blocked down by Emmeline, but Pittsburgh's there to recover. Good job by Peyton to keep that ball alive. But number 28 of Pittsburgh is going to find the weakness in the Girard defense and cut the lead down to 1. Girard has been leading since around the 7th point of the match. And the lead is just now to 1 again. Number 1 for Pittsburgh serves. Ainsley going to set it up to Emmeline off the backside. She's going to hit it hard, but right at the Pittsburgh coach, which is out of bounds. And the game is tied back up. After a fortunate series of events for Pittsburgh, it's all tied up. Ainsley sets it up to Rachel Bennett. Rachel Bennett with the powerful hit. That one's inbounds, and I think everyone knows it, as a powerful hitting display from Rachel Bennett gives Girard the 1-point lead back. Emmeline Senecat to serve, number 15. Serves it at number 5 of Pittsburgh. And that ball's going to get tipped just over the blocker's hands. And Emmeline Senecat unable to make the diving play for it. Number 12 for Pittsburgh serves. Bailey passes it to Sarah, sets it up for Rachel. Rachel with a little tip, not going to make it over the net. And that'll give Pittsburgh the lead back. Pittsburgh with a comeback here and a little bit of surge of momentum is able to take the lead back from Girard. Maddie passes it over to Ainsley. Ainsley going to awkwardly set it, a double hit. That's never what you want to see from a hitter. And Miss Jackson's going to have to call a timeout for it. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
The place to be before or after the game is Heroes Barbecue. Come and experience Jim and Tammy Jarvis's family-friendly atmosphere and, of course, that mouth-watering barbecue. Heroes is the place for that great grill food you love, a kids menu, and daily specials, including those delicious ribs. Heroes is open for lunch and dinner Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and in the evenings on Fridays and Saturdays. Of course, stop by all day on Sunday. Be sure to like Heroes Barbecue and Catering on Facebook. Stop by and see them at 820 South Summit in Girard and see what all the fuss is about at Heroes Barbecue.
We are back live at Pittsburgh High School as the Girard Trojans are facing off against Pittsburgh. And they are trailing currently 16-14. Scratch that, 16-15 as Pittsburgh's serve goes straight to the net and gives Girard a free point. Miss Jackson taking the timeout to talk to her Lady Trojans as they lost 4 points in a row and hoping to get the momentum back. Bailey going to pass to Ainsley, who's going to set it over to Maddie. Maddie with a good hit, but it's going to be saved by the Pittsburgh Dragons on a couple of acrobatic plays. But Leah's going to try and stop that, but it won't work. Pittsburgh with another acrobatic play as well. Ainsley going to set it over to Maddie. She's going to have to cut her losses and hit it over. And this time it falls after Maddie blocks it back over to the Pittsburgh side. That'll make it 16-16. The 2-point lead that Pittsburgh had disappeared in a matter of seconds. Pittsburgh sets up their attack. Looked like a weird hit from number 28. She's been doing that all game. She has a weird little misdirection hit. Almost looks like a lift to me. But nonetheless, Maddie Kester unable to save it. Bailey pass to Ainsley, who sets it up to Sarah. Sarah gonna hit right at number 12 of Pittsburgh. Bailey gonna set it up for Maddie. Maddie gonna have to hit over and a diving play by Pittsburgh, and they're gonna keep the ball alive. Pittsburgh refusing to quit and will get their 2-point lead right back. Coach Jackson begging and pleading her team to stop this in its tracks. Bailey with an errant pass to Emline, but she's going to be able to keep it in play. That ball's going to be tipped, and Ainsley going to have to dive for it, but it's going to go straight to the net. If I'm Miss Jackson, I think I'm talking to the ref about lifts because it looks like the setter is hitting a lift on that every time, but what do I know? They're going to call Ainsley Norton with a net infraction. A couple of mistakes back-to-back, and Miss Jackson's going to be forced to call a timeout. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
We are back live at Pittsburgh High School off the timeout from Coach Jackson as she tries to get her Girard Trojans back into the game as they trail by 4, the most they've trailed against the Pittsburgh Dragons so far. Blocked down by Sarah Goebel, and it's going to have a diving play by number 13, but her attempt is going to go out of bounds, and that'll make it 20-17. Sarah Goebel going to get the ball to serve. Right at number 12 of Pittsburgh. Emline going to pass to Sarah, who's going to set it up for Maddie. Maddie with a good hit, but does not succeed. Sarah going for a quick set. A good job by Sarah. Catches the entire Dragon team off guard and finds a hole in the defense. And that makes it 20-18, cutting the lead down to just 2. Sarah Goebel to serve once again. Sarah with a good serve. Bailey going to pass it to Sarah Goebel, who sets it up for Maddie. Maddie with a big hit. It's going to go off the libero's hands, but they're going to be able to keep it in play. Bailey going to set it to Sarah, who sets it up for Leah. Leah slams it down hard. Leah with a big hit, able to cut the lead down to just 1. Leah McGowan off the set from Sarah Goebel, and the pass from Bailey Troike. A good hitting performance so far by the Trojans. Pittsburgh sets up Emmeline. Going to pass to Sarah. Sarah goes for the quick hit once again, and it's going to go play a little bit of pinball off of each of the Pittsburgh front row, and not going to make it down. And Girard claws their way back to tie the game up. 20-20, Sarah Goebel with the serve. Right at number 12 of Pittsburgh again. They're going to have to give the ball over to Girard. Sarah sets it up, goes for a quick set again, but they're there this time. Not going to work this time. Emline going to pass it to Sarah, who sets up to Maddie. Maddie with a big hit of her own, and they're going to call out. That'll make it 21-20. Just stopping the momentum of Girard. They were able to claw all the way back to tying. but Pittsburgh going to take over. Leah with a big hit, but it gets blocked. Sarah going to try for the quick set once again. Does not work once again. A good job by Hayden Buckley. A heads-up play to keep that ball alive. Sarah going to set it up for Maddie. Maddie with the big hit. A little bit of a redemption shot. It's going to hit off the basketball goal. And they're going to perform some acrobatics and keep the ball alive. Going to set up to Leah. Leah going to go for a tip. And a couple of tips back and forth. And a good volley. Almost saved off the foot of Hayden Buckley. She tries to stick her foot out. And kicks the ball in the air, which is legal. But does not work as it goes in the net. The lefty for Pittsburgh on to serve at Leah McGowan. Sets it up for Maddie. Maddie with a good hit. Going to go right back over at Sarah. Bailey sets it up for Maddie. He's going to try and find the corner, but the libero for Pittsburgh is everywhere right now. And blocked down. Going to find the back. A good block by Leah McGowan. Going to hopefully save what momentum Girard was hanging on to, what hope they were hanging on to. Pittsburgh was looking to take over, but Leah McGowan's going to block all of that with a good block on the ball. Peyton serves. Pittsburgh sets up their attack. It's going to get blocked. A good diving play by Leah, but by Bailey, sorry. But Leah unable to make the play on it. That'll make it 23-21. Girard going to take heart to win this one. Going to take grit. Going to take anything that they have. And that's not going to help as it goes off of Emmeline's hand, and into the bleachers. 24-21. Girard needing to come back and win the second set. Peyton going to pass it over to Emmeline, who sets it up for Sarah. Girard going to try and make anything happen here. Anything that they can. It's going to be blocked down by Emmeline. And it looked like they had a little bit of back and forth at the net, and Emmeline's going to end up winning it and give the serve to Leah. Leah going to have to serve out here, needing 2 points to ensure that the Trojans go on and keep the game alive. Leah serves right at number 5 of Pittsburgh. And a good hit by Pittsburgh to end the second set. Pittsburgh really happy about that one, even though they haven't won the match yet. Girard loses the second set 25-22. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. With a huge selection of Trojan gear, plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, trophies, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Learn more at wilbertawards.com or call 620-724-0341.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck!
Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
We are back live at Pittsburgh High School as the Girard Trojans lose the second set of their match against Pittsburgh, 25-22. They did win the first set, however, so we are going on to a third. Girard Trojans hoping to seal their victory and go 2-1 on the night after losing to Fort Scott and beating Columbus. They lost to Fort Scott in 3 sets and a close match in the third. That was barely lost. They beat Columbus in 2 sets, however, with convincing victories in both of the sets. They now go to the third set against the Pittsburgh Dragons and look to end the game when it should have been ended second set. Miss Jackson Shirley telling her team to fix the mistakes, and we're off with a mistake by Peyton Brooks as the serve goes just out the back of the court. That'll give the Pittsburgh Dragons the first point of the match. Number 13 for Pittsburgh to serve. Serves right at Peyton. Sarah gonna set it up for Emmeline. Emmeline going for a little poke shot, does not work. That ball hit hard, but Sarah's there. Emmeline going for a little bit of a tip shot, and it's gonna work. She's gonna find the hole in the zone. And that'll bring in Rachel Bennett to play the front row. It'll also give the ball to Leah McGowan to serve. Leah McGowan serves at number 5 of Pittsburgh. Leah with a good job to keep it alive. A couple of Pittsburgh players run into each other, but they're going to pull off the acrobatics once again. Not quite, as the ball's going to go out of bounds. It looked for a second that they were going to pull off the impossible as a couple of Pittsburgh players ran into each other. One went into the scores table, but nonetheless, Leah McGowan going to get the ball with a 2-1 lead. Sarah going to be diving for it, unable to get there. That'll make it 2-2. Pittsburgh Dragons to serve. Bailey past to Sarah, who sets it up for Rachel. Rachel with a big hit. Gonna go off the hands and then the wall. Rachel Bennett with a good hit. Gives the Trojans a 1-point lead and brings in Ainsley Norton to serve. Ainsley Norton with a good serve at the libero. They're gonna have to just whack the ball over any way they can. Ainsley serves up to Sarah. Sarah unable to find a hole in the zone, but it's gonna end up working because off the pass, a little bit of miscommunication by the Dragons, and the ball is gonna fall on the Pittsburgh side. That'll give Ainsley Norton the serve once again as they lead by 2. That ball's tipped by Rachel Bennett. Sarah sets it up for Emmeline. Emmeline going for another poke shot. Does not work. Emmeline to Ainsley, back to Emmeline. Emmeline with another big hit. It's going to roll off the libero. But a couple of acrobatic plays by Pittsburgh once again. This time Rachel Bennett does not let them pull it off. She slams it hard off the blocker's hands. And it's going to hit the floor out of the reach of the Pittsburgh Dragons. And Ainsley Norton to serve once again. They're going to go for a tip, but Rachel Bennett's there. Rachel Bennett having the game of her life. A good save by Ainsley Norton, a heads-up play. And that ball's not going to make it over, does not get tipped or anything, so they're going to call 4 hits on the Pittsburgh Dragons. That'll make it 6-2. Girard with a 4-point lead, and number 4, Ainsley Norton serves. Blocked down by Rachel Bennett. Rachel Bennett with the game of her life, showing that she belongs among the juniors and seniors. The sophomore, Rachel Bennett, hitting with power, blocking with finesse, playing the middle position, and giving Girard a 5-point lead. Blocked by Rachel Bennett, but this time Ainsley Norton is not behind her to recover. And that'll make it 7-3. Pittsburgh to serve. Peyton gonna pass to Ainsley, who sets it up for Sarah. Sarah with a good hit, goes off the hands of the libero. A good hit by Sarah Goebel, normally the setter of the team, but this time gets set too and shows off her hitting ability as well. And that'll give Emmeline Senekit the ball to serve. Number 15, Emmeline Senekit, with a good serve over the middle. They're going to tip it, but they're going to call in the net. I'm not keeping a running total on in the net infractions this game so far, but it's a lot for the Girard Trojans. That might be something they work on in practice. Ainsley sets up to Rachel Bennett. Rachel with another good hit, making up for her in the net infraction. Hits it hard. No Pittsburgh player able to get the ball in the air, and it flies out the back. That'll make it 9-4, and the 5-point lead retained. Maddie gonna try and force it down, does not. Ainsley gonna set it up for Sarah. Sarah showing her hitting ability, but it goes out the back of the court, not tipped or anything. And so that'll give the serve to number 28 of Pittsburgh. She serves right at Sarah. Bailey gonna have to pass it over to Emmeline. Emmeline gonna call for it and send it over. And an errant pass by number 28 in the back row. Sends the ball over to where Columbus and Fort Scott were playing before. And it looks like Fort Scott was able to beat Columbus. I did not get to see the final score of that, but they were able to beat them. They go for a quick tip, does not work. Sarah sets it up for Hayden. Hayden gonna hit right down the left side, does not find the court. And an awkward hit by number 13. And that'll give Girard an 11-5 lead. And that'll also give Sarah Goebel the serve. Pittsburgh sets up their attack, but it's gonna go out of bounds off the hit. That'll make it 12-5. Trojans lead. A 7-point lead so far. Sarah Goebel with the serve. That ball looked like almost a hit off the side of her hand, not where Bailey Troika was expecting it to go. Finds a hole in the zone, and that'll give the serve back to the Pittsburgh Dragons. That makes it 12-6. Served by the lefty. Leah gonna pass it to Sarah, who sets it up to Maddie. Maddie gonna hit it with some force, but the libero's there. Bailey to Sarah. Sarah tries to find the hole in the zone, does not. Sarah to Bailey. Bailey to Maddie. Does not quite find the hole in the zone either. A good volley back and forth right now by both teams. Emmeline there to save that one. Maddie with the hit. Maddie with a good hit, as it is too much power for the libero. Goes off her hands and into the bleachers. Almost hits the student section back here. That'll give a 7-point lead to the Girard Trojans. The student section is now quiet for Pittsburgh, as I don't think they expected this to go to 3 sets. That ball's weirdly hit over. Hayden Buckley gonna have, a good job by Hayden Buckley, and maybe a miscommunication by the back row of Pittsburgh. They just let the ball fall over the back of their heads, and it lands in the corner of the court. And that'll bring Peyton Brooks in to serve. Peyton Brooks getting ready to serve. Looks like there's a little bit of a rotation issue right now, but they got it all sorted out. Peyton Brooks waiting still to serve. I think they have everything ready, and here she goes. She has the green light. Peyton Brooks serves it. A good serve, hits the net barely. Bailey to Emmeline. Emmeline with a powerful hit, but that one's saved. Bailey gonna pass to Sarah. Back up to Emmeline. Emmeline with a powerful hit. That's not gonna save this time, and goes out the back once more. A powerful hit by Emmeline. And number 5, the libero, unable to get to it. And it almost hits the AD for Pittsburgh. Peyton, a good serve. But Pittsburgh's attack not going to work. I'm going to call it an ace for Peyton. And Pittsburgh's going to be forced to call a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
We are back live as Peyton Brooks serves it. Getting out of the timeout quick. A quick serve to Leah and a good hit by Leah. She slams it down off the quick set from Sarah Goebel. Some good teammate chemistry there. And a powerful hit by Leah gives Girard an 11-point lead. Girard with the powerful lead right now that they had in the first set. And Pittsburgh does not currently have an answer. Bailey passes to Sarah, who sets it over to Emmeline. Emmeline with another big hit, and that's going to find the court as well. Girard, 18-6, a 12-point lead, running away with the game. Pittsburgh does not currently have an answer for Peyton Brooks and the hitting power of the front row of Girard. Peyton serves, and number one for Pittsburgh. They set up their attack. It gets blocked at the point by Leah and Hayden. Sarah sets it over to Emmeline. Emmeline's gets blocked, but it's going to be a double hit, or a lift, sorry. They're going to call it a lift, and that'll make it 19-6. 19-6 as the student section for Pittsburgh has gone quiet as their Lady Dragons have lost control of this game, down 13. Sarah going to set it over to Emmeline. Emmeline going to punch it, but it's going to cross the line at the bottom. Just going to cross the line. It looks like she just got a little bit too far. A toenail or something crossed it, a shoelace maybe. And that'll give number 13 the serve. But she's going to serve it right into the net. Give the ball right back to the Trojans. Make it 20-7. They need just 5 points to win, as the Dragons haven't even crossed double digits yet. 20-7. Leah McGowan, number 5, to serve. She serves at number 5 of Pittsburgh. And it's going to go Aaron off her hands. They're going to have to try and make a play on it, keep it in bounds, and they do. Good job by Pittsburgh to keep it alive. Rachel Bennett going to slam it down with a force, but they keep it alive once again. They're going to go for the corner of the court, but Peyton's going to be there. Sarah going to go for the quick tip, and it's going to work. Sarah Goebel with a heads-up play. Knew that the Dragons were ready for the big hit, but did not know when the set was coming. A good job by Sarah. Finds the hole, and will give Leah the serve once again. An awkward hit from the back row. It's going to give the serve right back to Leah, and an ace to Leah as well. That'll make it 22-7. Girard needing just 3 points to win, and the Pittsburgh Dragons going to take another timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
We are back live at Pittsburgh High as the Girard Trojans are currently leading the Pittsburgh Dragons 22-7. A dominating lead so far by the Girard Trojans. I'm not going to say it's over yet, but they do just need 3 points to win. Pittsburgh sets it up right at Peyton. A good start for the Dragons if they're going to come back at all. That'll make it 22-8. Give the ball back to the Pittsburgh Dragons to serve. Number 5 for Pittsburgh, the libero. She'll serve it over to Girard. Peyton gonna stick her fist in there. Looked like Bailey called it. Peyton gonna say my bad and move on. 22-9. Pittsburgh Dragons. Peyton going to have a good hit on this one. It's going to be set up to Emmeline. Emmeline going to try and find the corner, and a blocker gets in the way. Luckily, and sends the ball out of reach of the back row of Pittsburgh to make it 23-9. Pittsburgh still have not reached double digits in this set. A good dominating win. I'm not going to say win yet, sorry. A dominating lead for the Girard Trojans so far. That one's tipped way out of bounds by number 28 of Pittsburgh. That'll make it 24-9, and the odds are ever in Girard's favor. Ainsley going to serve and hopefully put an end to this game, as they need just 1 point to do it, and she will, as Girard will not even see the ball again. That'll make it a 25-9 victory in the third set. Girard with a commanding win, showing that they deserved it. We'll take a quick break and then get to our post-game show. It'll be a quick one tonight. You're watching Girard Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
The place to be before or after the game is Heroes Barbecue. Come and experience Jim and Tammy Jarvis's family-friendly atmosphere and, of course, that mouth-watering barbecue. Heroes is the place for that great grill food you love, a kids menu, and daily specials, including those delicious ribs. Heroes is open for lunch and dinner Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and in the evenings on Fridays and Saturdays. Of course, stop by all day on Sunday. Be sure to like Heroes Barbecue and Catering on Facebook. Stop by and see them at 820 South Summit in Girard and see what all the fuss is about at Heroes Barbecue.
We are back out here at Pittsburgh High School as the Girard Trojans have a commanding victory and go 2-1 on the night. I would like to tell you that your post-game show is brought to you by Leah Smith Agency's Farmer Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. So your post-game show, there's not going to be much to it. The Girard Trojans went 2-1 tonight, beating both Pittsburgh and Columbus. They beat Pittsburgh in 3 sets with a commanding win in the 2 sets that they did win. And they beat Columbus in 2 sets with commanding victories in the ones that they won. But they unfortunately lost to Fort Scott tonight. The Fort Scott Tigers were able to beat them in 3 sets. It did come to a close face-off there in the end, but Fort Scott was able to prevail and win it. Girard looking to overcome tonight. They never like losing. I know Coach Jackson definitely never likes losing, but you've got to be happy with a plus average on it, winning 2 of their games and only losing 1. So hopefully they'll come away with all the positives tonight. There are mainly positives. A powerful hitting performance by Rachel Bennett. Hitting looked well, setting looked well. There were just a few mistakes that they're probably going to cover and clean up in practice, like net infractions, serves over, getting your serves in, stuff like that. So they'll probably clear that up and be fine. And that's all from Girard Sports Live. Thank you guys for watching.
You've been watching Trojan Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter. Thanks for watching, and don't miss us next time right here on Girard Sports Live.